This so outrageous. This text right here. I should just keep it this big the whole time. Oh yes, there we go. I'm so bad at OBS, dude. That's probably fine. Let's see. I wonder if it was my ghost. Illusory. Just saw. Do do do. Go ahead and move this up here. I think I can move this up over here, maybe. Yeah. Do I have my dashboard open still? Just waiting on illusory. Looks like he just got back, so he might be starting to call soon. So hop onto that. Alright, let me close his stream. I can actually pull up his stream on my phone. Something I did last time. Not YouTube Music. Keep seeing his chat going off, and I'm like, oh, someone... It's like, is someone chatting in my chat? Alright, let me check Discord. Nice. Hell yeah.
I'm sure it's easy, but I have not looked into how to set up a Fugi thing. I mean, I've set one up myself for friend streams, but I've never actually like
Oh yeah,
put it
I
into
think...
my own OBS. Hey, welcome.
Hello. Yeah, I think it's just a browser source. But no
Okay,
no
cool.
pressure to or anything. I got you you on mine, which is cool.
No, yours was fun though. I would like to get that figured out. So
Yeah,
I
it
will
should
take a
just
second to.
Yeah, it should just be adding a browser source.
Okay, cool. I will take a look.
It's
at
nice
that
and
in a
easy.
second.
I threw mine together in like 5 minutes, including making the second frame of the PNG.
Oh yeah. So let's see.
I need to study your pathing here.
I'm going to do. So I'm just gonna add a browser and. Wait, hold on. Let's try that again. Sources. Add source, add browser source. Create new. I'll call it Fugi. URL.
Nice. I see that the stream's a little delayed, but I saw the browser source open up there, and I was like, hell yeah.
There we go. There you are.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let me pull up my chat.
What is your character for? What is that?
Oh, so this
It
is a
looks
character.
familiar, but-
This is a character from Earthbound. His name is Putrid
Oh, it's an
Moldy
Earthbound.
Man.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome.
So
Trying to
I
figure
should
out where I want him
probably.
most. think
I
that's good.
actually have him tattooed on me. I found that character in
Oh, hell
Earthbound,
yeah.
and I was like, I love this guy so much. Him and the Stinky Ghost. I'm gonna have a whole leg of just trash guys from games.
Hell yeah, that rules. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'm all set up here.
Nice.
All right.
I should also mention that I do after last stream, I went around and I just duped a bunch of items for spawning vagrants, and I got the red sign soapstone, so people can just summon me in, and I can give you some items and stuff.
Yeah, first of all, I should give you a proper introduction again. This is my friend Carl. He is a Dark Souls speedrunner, but I also know him IRL outside of Dark Souls stuff. Yeah, old friend of mine, super cool dude. Feel free to post. Are you streaming as well?
I am, yeah.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Post a link to your streams in the chat so people know where to find you.
Sure. Mostly stream on Twitch. I do have YouTube as well, where I'm eventually gonna make some videos, but very lazy. But I simulcast because Twitch stopped doing allowing you to save your VODs and everything. So it's kind of just an easy way to have a backlog of all my VODs, like automatically.
Oh yeah,
so.
that's what YouTube is now to a lot of Twitch streamers because Twitch really screwed up there.
Yeah, it's like I guess I can kind of see the like business reasoning for, because just having a bunch of highlights that are saved of, you know, never getting watched, taking up server space and stuff, like.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, and they also would have been in a really bad place if they didn't do it universally for everyone. Because imagine if it was like, oh, if you have X amount of subscribers, X amount of view time, then your VODs are kept. And like, imagine if you were just below the cutoff, like how much of a punch to the gut that would have been.
No, exactly.
So they kind of had to do it that way, but like.
Yeah, it still sucks. It still, yeah. I mean, it's there's a lot of things I could say about Twitch stuff, but I will spare everyone.
Yeah.
All right, I'm making my way over that direction. This is such a strange file. So when I started up, I was like, how long did it take me to get all of these items? Like, I got 99 of pretty much, like, I think every item that spawns a Vagrant. Not all the coins, but like transient curses. I have a bunch of pendants. I've got a bunch of souvenirs of reprisal. I got just like a full bottomless box full. Ooh, I never actually opened this gate. That's very funny. But yeah, I just kind of used my speedrunning strats to immediately get the Lord Vessel and kill as few bosses as I needed to.
Hell yeah, that rules. Which even then, if anyone wants to help out but doesn't know how to easily amass or dupe these items, you don't even need an area boss alive, because if you sync a password up, you don't need a boss alive to someone with the red sign soapstone, and Carl has that. And it also bypasses level ranges, so you can be any level, any New Game Plus cycle. Doesn't matter if your boss is dead or not. You will be able to summon Carl on PC. So
yeah.
So yeah, if you'd like to participate but don't have a stockpile of this stuff, just let us know in chat.
Yeah, I'm happy to just put my sign down, and I might honestly just put my sign down and just go into the motions of trying to get a Vagrant to spawn, and then if I get spawned into someone's world, I can drop them, like, you know, like 15 of whatever. Wait, I'm just going back the same direction that I went. I was like, oh, let me go. I never went through the Hellkite Drake bridge. So the gate is still down.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, let me get there faster. I have the elevator in Undeadburg. And I'm like, wait, no, that puts me in the same spot that I just was.
Hey, I got a drift item back finally.
Nice.
Look at that. Waiting for me here. Yeah, so I mentioned this before in the past stream, but drift items go through a whole metamorphosis. Even though that was spawned by dropping a transient curse, it no longer contains one. It contains a Lloyd's Talisman now if I had to pick it up. But I absolutely do not want to pick it up, because not only does that interrupt the process, but also it triggers a pretty lengthy Vagrant cooldown, in which I could not send or receive Vagrants for like 40 minutes or something like that.
Doing 0 damage on the Four Kings. Woof. That's a bad fight to be doing 0 damage in. Let me see. So I'll set my soapstone down. Actually, let me make sure. I might not be online.
You'll want to coordinate a password, so that way anyone can summon you.
Yeah, true.
And also they would need to if their boss is dead. I guess just honor system. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a public password at this point, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you just want to set it to Vagrant all lowercase?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And apologies if there's like a troll watching and a hacker summons you, Carl, and they kill your bosses or whatever.
Not this file that I dumped an hour and 20 minutes into.
Right, exactly. I mean, you're a speedrunner. It's like you don't care.
Yeah, it's Okay, let's do global, and we'll do vagrant. I think I spelled it right. Yes, I'm looking at your stream, and I'm spelling it the way it is on your screen. So that way, if I spelled it wrong, it's fine.
And that was all lowercase?
Yeah, all lowercase.
Cool.
Launch setting. Start online, sure. All right. But yeah, I'll probably drop like...
Did you put it like right outside here in the Undead Burg?
Yeah, I'm gonna let me equip that really quick. But yeah, like I kept Priscilla alive and stuff too. Oh, I need to be human to do that, right?
Oh, you do need to be human. Yeah. Well, actually, I think everyone involved still needs to be human at least. Yeah.
Which is fine. So I got
it's
I
so
got a
frustrating
whole
to...
yeah, I got a whole like methodology of how to keep my humanity up, so it's all good.
Cool. I was gonna say I was so frustrated by the fact that like for the remaster, they had enough foresight to think like, okay, it is kind of annoying that you always need a boss alive to host multiplayer in these games. Why, if you're consenting to further activity, would you not allow it? So they did change it so that the Red Sign Soapstone and the Dragon Eye both now work in the remaster. You can summon people using those items without a boss alive in your game anymore. Like, super cool. Because they figured, like, oh, they're not invasions. They're PvP that you consent to. So that seems like fair game. Very good, unanimous improvement. They didn't extend that to Gravelording for some bizarre reason that I cannot comprehend. And I'm like, no! Like, that's something that really messes with Gravelording. Is like, you need to have the boss alive in your area to do it. And it's like, why?
Boss is alive in your area. Click here.
You literally can't, like, if you play far enough into the game to get to Lord Vessel, that means you cleared Sen's Fortress, you know, unless you did an insane zip glitch or something, but, like, you can't be in the second half of the game, and you can't even Gravelord in, like, Sen's Fortress randomly if you wanted. I'm just like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it's such a bummer. It's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Also, hello to everyone in my chat, helping out Illusorywall. He's got a stream going on YouTube, which I highly recommend checking out if you haven't already. Alright, I did get summoned. Let's see. Alright, I'll do Transient Curses, right? Oh, wait. I don't think I ever grabbed Transient Curses, but what else works? Purging Stones?
Yeah, Purging Stones work.
Cool. Drop about, let's do 30 of them. That way I don't have to just keep, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, nice. What's up? What's up, returns? Here's 30 of the Purging Stones. I don't even know if I have any gestures. Any cool ones? Do that. Oh, I should probably put the Separation Crystal on as well. It's been so long since I've, like, been summoned and stuff. But yeah, I'll do, like, sets of 30, I feel like. And then if people need more, I can always... I have unlimited supply of these.
Again.
Yeah, I have, like, unlimited supplies of these just because I have a very easy methodology for me to get, like, a negative amount of the item, which becomes a positive amount of the item, so...
But you do have to physically do that every now and again, so you can't just drop like 99 every single time you get someone. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Brave Birds, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, Brave is cool. I've played Night Rain with Brave a bunch. He's
nice.
A friend.
Guardian main, or is it just a clever name?
I think Brave plays as multiple characters.
Nice.
I should know. We've only played the game together a bunch, but...
Trying to see where you're dropping them as well. I don't know if there's a spot that, like, would be bad to drop them. I'm just watching your stream. It looks like you're in a spot at this point. My friend and emote artist Ellen is in my chat right now and saying that Scholar in Night Rain is good, which is absolutely true. Scholar is awesome.
I would, as long as you're anywhere before the first fog gate in the level. So when you're backtracking, you want to wind up back in this area where you know, like you just came out anywhere when you just come out of the aqueduct into the Undead Burg, basically.
Nice. Cool.
Should be good.
Souvenirs
I
of
don't know.
reprisal, do those work?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's funny, I completely just forgot to get the transient curse, which is what we were using last time.
I panicked for a second because Spicy Fella in chat said Vagrant, and I was like, was I paying attention to chat so much that I didn't even notice it? But
Yeah.
They were saying before my first item bag, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool though. They're starting to appear.
All right, I'm also throwing down my summon sign. I'll just do that each time in case anyone needs some stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, the route you're running is every time you get to this part of the level, it's gonna erase your summon sign. You know, like when you walk through the fog gate.
Yeah, I
But
guess
you know, whatever. People can keep an eye out for it, or you could just like put your sign down and wait 10 seconds and then run. You know, like.
Yeah, or people can just like ping and say like, hey, oh yeah, your summon sign disappeared. I see.
Yeah, it doesn't like those hard multiplayer like boundaries.
Yeah, that's fine. I meant to like put on the Mask of Velka because I think that's kind of cool.
Nair in chat said got an evil Vagrant 2, but an evil one in the parish. Was that the one inside the church, like by the Firekeeper Soul, or was that the one by the Sunlight Altar? Because I think those are the two places they can spawn there. The one by the Sunlight Altar is fun because I think it can see you at the bonfire instantly. So like if you warp to the area, there's a chance you might like just start getting shot at by a Vagrant without even moving.
I meant to get enough specs to also use some miracles and stuff. So I'll just spawn a couple bags and then... I like your
by the Firekeeper,
location where you put it, where the near the fireplace. Is that where the Vagrant spawns? I should probably also just be go.
Yes, that's where the Vagrant spawns as well. So I was just doing it because I feel like it's also an equally valid spot of hiding it. You know, sometimes the Vagrant's a little too out in the open for me to feel comfortable, like putting the bag in the same spot. But like, no, this is a side room that a lot of players miss.
Yeah. Let me see.
So.
I'm gonna make sure.
And it's like even if you did go there once, you're unlikely to revisit this side corner. So like.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I was just testing to make sure I could mute Discord, so when I'm talking to my chat, it's not, you know, no context for everyone watching on your stream. Which I kept doing earlier. I was filming a Night Rain speedrun with some buddies, and totally didn't realize that the button that I used to split my my time also muted me in Discord. So there were like a good stretch of like 3 minutes of me being like, "So, do you guys want to go like to this Everjail or?" And
no
just
one's like
hearing
responding.
nothing.
Like...
And I was like, huh, man, I guess my idea was bad. Whatever.
That idea was so terrible, we're not even going to acknowledge it.
We're not even going to acknowledge it. We're going to be very out of character and just not talk to you. Ellen, oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub. That is way too kind. Sorry, I'm juggling a lot of stuff here, guys. But yeah, if you're not familiar with what's going on, Vagrants are a really cool multiplayer mechanic in Dark Souls.
Yeah, this one's just like sufficiently out of the way.
So just to kind of help it out.
Mr. Prime Minister!
That thing is a little too out of the way.
Yo, my decks. Wow, holy crap. Thank you for the Prime sub. Oh my god. Whew. Yeah, my sound stuff might be kind of all over the place as well, guys. If it's very loud, I had to break down my stream setup recently and reset it back up, so everything's kind of all over the place. But thank you so much for the Prime sub. That really means the world. Thank you so much. And Ellen, thank you so much for subscribing. I would say enjoy the emotes, Ellen, but I feel like you already do because you made them all. Okay, I'm going to hop back onto the Discord and just get back to spawning some Vagrants. All right. Got to think of like a word or something to say when I unmute myself on Discord to let you know. I feel like my setup is a little better today than it was the last time we did this.
Cool.
I still am getting the annoying visual tearing.
Oh
which
yeah, you were showing me that before. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't
It's
know what's
yeah, it's
causing
usually
that.
something that happens in games if you don't have like VSync on or something. But it's I don't know. It's probably like a capture card thing. I might just need to update my capture card, and I haven't in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Down here. Okay. How many drift bags have you found so far?
One. I've only gotten one bag back so far. So yeah, pretty slim pickings so far.
Yo, what's up, Des? Good to see you. Insane grind. True. Oh, that's probably why I wasn't wearing this earlier. I guess I don't need this shield anymore. I got some pretty good fashion souls going. Just from like items that I happen to find.
Yeah, what's your build currently? I actually don't have your stream pulled up, so I can't see it at the moment.
I have the Black Knight sword, just because like, as I was going through my weird pathing, just to streamline getting these items and stuff. But I got, what is this? It's the like the Black Cleric set, and then the Mask of Velka, and I got Havel's ring, and so I went and like
cool.
killed the Hydra, and I forget everything I did. I kind of just like. My main thing was I wanted to get to the Painted World so I could get the Red Sign Soapstone.
Yes.
And
Oh, Algie says you got a drift item too. Hell yeah.
nice. What's up, Algie?
So-
Good to see you, buddy.
Things are happening. Oh, someone else might be looking for a summon sign from you. If you
Oh,
want to
okay,
put
cool.
that down for a minute again. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think does Rubbish also work to drop?
Rubbish also works. Yes.
Nice. So we'll do Rubbish next.
I'm kind of wanting to start taking it slowly when I step into this room, because if I see the Vagrant, I kind of want to look at it for a minute before like
Yeah, you gotta sneak in.
it runs off and gets scared. Yeah.
Oh, I actually had a new glitch happen to me today that I never saw earlier when I was practicing my speed run. I used pine resin, gold pine resin, in Sen's Fortress while one of the snake guys shot me with it, and then my like the particle effect was still there, even though I was like done with it. Like I like was toggling away.
Weird.
I had never seen that before. I got to go back into the VOD. I don't think I'm sure someone's seen that before.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that though. That's wild. That's cool.
But yeah, it was just like it was just like kind of around me the whole time. Oh, I gotta put the
I should also be more careful with Wrath of the Gods so I don't accidentally kill the Vagrant if it's in there.
Oh, that would be so funny. Not funny, but well, that would actually be very not funny because then it's like what a 40
40-minute
minute
wait.
cool-
I mean, it would
yeah.
be. It would still be funny.
It
but-
would be funny. Just But yeah, I was wondering how many of those like particle things I could potentially like combine if I do it with like
Gotcha.
pine resin, and so I'm gonna test that a little more and just see.
And you might have gotten summoned by someone just said thanks for the rubbish. That wasn't the same person who was asking, so you might even want
Oh,
to consider
and-
putting your sign down again too.
Sure,
There's not
sure.
a problem. No, the more people,
No,
yeah,
that's
like
great.
the-
No, this is
yeah.
extremely helpful.
And again, the password was vagrants all lowercase.
Some folks in my chat are just talking about capture cards they got. All sound better than mine. I would love an internal capture card, but I need to get like an actual PC instead of like the jank setup that I have of just laptops.
Yeah, I was gonna do an internal capture card when I was building my new PC, but then I didn't. And, oops.
I feel like as long as you have a PC, you can still probably get an internal capture card pretty easily. Like with mine, it's just it would not be in the form factor at all.
I don't think I could physically fit it into this thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You should also factor in that I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first PC I ever built.
Oh, nice.
It was terrifying, and I don't know if I'd want to do
You're
it
like, what the
again.
hell? This isn't an Amiga? I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So yeah, I got my soapstone down for whoever wants some rubbish.
Oh, hey, I got another drift item back, and that's not one that I ever dropped originally. So someone else put that there. That's very cool.
Nice.
That's cool to see. Yeah, because I've been dropping all of them in front of the fireplace and a few on the staircase now, but someone put it in this like window nook. Very cool.
This is such a cool mechanic. I know we've pretty much just been saying that the entire time we've been doing this, but
Yeah. All right, we're gonna be saying that till the end of this Vagrant run because it rules.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
this 94-hour or 92-hour process, and we're gonna be like, God, this rocks.
Cool. Yeah. So I think 2LT is looking for your summon sign again, I believe.
Yeah.
If,
So it's just right outside the bonfire here. See
yeah, in
someone's
the
ghost walking
Undead
around.
Burg.
Near where the guys
Um,
throw the fire bombs, like
And,
we'll need the
2LT
password.
2LT, you need to be in human form, but you don't need the boss alive or anything. And as long as the password is set to Vagrant, all in lowercase.
Yeah, so let's see which items I have. I have Souvenirs of Reprisal, which I'm dropping. I have Purging Stones, Divine Blessings, Prism Stone. Well, Prism Stones don't work. I got those for a different reason. I got the Pendant. I think the Pendant works, right? Or no?
The pendant works, yep.
Which is such a weird item to have 99 of, but I guess I'm making Miyazaki proud with that one.
Mhm.
And then Rubbish as well. So I got, and again, I have plenty of stacks of them, and I can always get more.
Cool. There's a dark Shingo in chat asks, so how can I help? I'm free. If you have a stockpile of something like 99 transient curses, just follow along and run to where I'm running in the Undead Burg and drop one transient curse before you warp back to the bonfire. And if you don't have easy way to warp, Dark Sign is valid. That works as well. If you're okay with losing humanity
Souls and
bloodstain, I don't know
humanity,
your-
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know your current builder situation, but also, if you are online, you're in the area, it's too much of a hassle to get all the things. You could get summoned by Carl to get a stockpile of stuff, but even then, if you're just kind of like, I'm good, but still want to help in some way, if you were just hanging out in the Undead Burg, you're not even making a run all the way to the area, but you just use like the Dark Sign, or just jump off a cliff and pick up your Bloodstain or whatever, if you just do that like every minute or so, that also helps what we're doing. Because you could be receiving the Vagrant into your Vagrant inbox, and you will send it back out faster to other people. So yeah, just continuously reloading the area could help the process a lot as well.
At the current pace, it will only take 23 streams to catch them all. I do like that it's like a Pokemon run of just gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Where's the last
Oakbreak says it's incredibly hot where he is. You know, I'm also suffering, but you would roll your eyes if I explained. It's like I'm suffering because it's 70 degrees or something. Like,
It's very nice here today where I am.
oh, nice.
Oh, it's like
It is
73, but it's nice out there. Breezy.
It's very nice out, but I normally have my windows and office door closed and everything. And the heat from the computer is just making it uncomfortably warm in here. So I cracked my door back open and put a fan in the hallway, and I'm like, all right,
Nice.
I gotta do something about this because yeah, right before you joined on the call, like it was like, man, it's gotta be like 80 something in my office.
Mm-hmm. It's 41 Fahrenheit for Death Chain, which is 5 Celsius for everyone else. I really should learn the... oh, nice, I'm being summoned. Right on. I should learn all of the conversion between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Because I have so many friends who, rightfully use Celsius. And then I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
what that is. I'm dumb. Here, I'll give you 30... I'll give you 30 pendants.
30 pendants, let's go. Hell yeah. You remember being so stoked when I discovered that the pendants work to spawn good vagrants? And
That's so sick.
But I had a very like because again that was hot off the. I guess I should paint the picture, paint the scene for people who don't know about it, because you might have not heard about this if you weren't around in the early days of Dark Souls. Because the pendant doesn't have any obvious use, it's like a pointless starting item. And Miyazaki himself recommended it as the starting item of the game.
Yeah.
He recommended it just because it was, because it doesn't really do anything, which is why he recommended it.
Listen,
It's just,
in Miyazaki's
Jack.
defense, I started with the pendant in this run because it's way easier to get the pendant that way, and I needed the pendant to
Yes.
get Souvenir of Reprisal. So starting with the pendant, as Miyazaki recommended, was actually helpful for this run because now I have
yeah.
a stack of 198 Souvenirs of Reprisal and pendants. So
yeah, that rules.
yeah, let me go and check for vagrants here now. It'd be funny if one was just kind of stuck in my game because I've been standing around by the summon sign.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yep, not yet.
Oh, I almost just fell. I landed on a hollow and like a hollow soldier, and I almost just fell into like off the map,
Oh,
which would have been
exactly.
funny.
Oh yeah, but anyways, as I was thinking and lost my train of thought on, so because people thought there was a hidden use of the pendant for the longest
Oh
time,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they were like speculating all sorts of maybe if you drop one here and then check the chest that's empty by behind
Firelink
Gwendolyn
Shrine,
and,
yeah,
like
or-
Firelink
oh,
Shrine
yeah,
and like
yeah.
yeah like people were like theory crafting all sorts of ridiculous stuff, stuff that I very much like kind of had a more like data minded approach to that, where like people were speculating some wild stuff, and it's like no, we know like that can't exist if you just look at the content, like the files in the game or whatever. But then eventually, when I was testing all the items that can spawn vagrants, and I was like, does the pendant work for that? And it did. So it's like, yay, secret of the pendant, except not, because it's one of a bunch of items that also spawn good vagrants, so it's not unique at all in that capacity. But very fun, very silly. That could mean though that like the pendant is one of the rewards you can get in the Forest Hunter Covenant, and there were some real sickos who did plenty of forest hunting back in the day to have grinded the max capacity of everything you could possibly get as a forest hunter.
Wow.
So after they'd already gotten, there would only be like a 10 or 20% chance of getting the pendant. I don't remember the exact odds when you have a win as a forest hunter, but they would still nonetheless eventually max out that inventory, and so it would auto drop on the ground.
Yeah.
And that counts as dropping a pendant. So like, there's a non-zero number of good vagrants that have spawned in the forest because the forest hunters maxing out their inventory, which is really
That's
funny
so
to think
cool. Yeah.
about. Someone in chat asked, "What's up with the empty chest behind Gwendolyn?" Conceptually, no idea. Mechanically, definitely just an empty chest. There's no super secret waiting to be discovered there. Unfortunately, we'd be able to see that stuff.
I had always assumed it was like a lore thing with like the Dark Moon Tomb or whatever. What's the? Well, I guess what is the ring that's in the catacombs?
The
Is that the
Dark
one
Moon
that?
Seance ring?
Yeah, so that gets you into that area, right?
Yes.
Okay, I mean that could just be more. I think Gwendolyn might have just like it was in that chest and he had it moved to a different location in the catacombs to kind of try and keep people from accessing the tomb.
Right. I remember some people speculating if it was like gear written for the child, the firstborn son, that was like written out of history, like.
Yeah, that
kind of
also
like-
would
he-
track.
He grabbed his belongings and like left Anne Orlando for good when he was getting like exiled or something, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some sort of vague lore reason, but reversal ring just a couple years earlier. Yeah, there could be any number of reasons for it. Yeah, it's kind of alluring, but yeah, mechanically we can just look at like the map data and be like, okay, there are no events tied to this. There's no drop. Any chest that you can open and get loot out of is listed in the item lots. Like the same thing that is like RNG for getting random mobs drops. That list also has all fixed loot in the game as well. like, and it's just so you could just look at that and be like, okay, yeah, there's no super secret like
Yeah, it's not where you
thing
find
to pick
Mew.
up anywhere. Yeah, yeah.
If
yeah.
you,
Sadly.
yeah, if you swim up and down the coast of Cinnabar Island, you can see what's in that chest.
No vagrant yet.
Yeah, what was everyone's first starting gift in Dark Souls? I feel like that's a question that most people might be like, oh, I don't even remember. I distinctly remember taking a lot of thought into mine and reading the description of the old witch's ring and being like, this is going to be very important. And then not actually figuring out what it did until I like looked it up. And then that was probably my favorite thing in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it is.
Like, that
it
is
a
so
great
cool.
interaction. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like that, like the Fair Lady is like my favorite NPC. I will probably be getting a tattoo of her eventually.
Awesome, hell yeah.
And also I've, given her 60,000 humanity on Nintendo Switch, so I feel like it's pretty fitting that that was my first starting gift. Speedrunning question. Yeah, let me check that really quick. Since Firelink Altar is located behind and under the parish elevator, has anyone ever thought of clipping through there specifically? We would love to be able to get into Firelink Altar without having to either ring the bells or fight the Four Kings and get Koth, but as of right now, that is not possible. I am not like... I'm very much someone who learns the speedrun strats after. I'm not really one of like the data mining kind. I'm not like Kamul or Androv who like comes up with the strategies and really knows like the mechanics of the game in the speedrun sense, but that is something that is we would love to be able to clip in there because then we could just factor out even more of the run. Like we could pretty much immediately I'm pretty sure we could if we were down there even without the Lord Vessel, we might be able to get in there without that. I think we would still need the Lord Vessel, but I know that I think through testing Force Quit wrong warps, I think you can actually be in the Firelink Altar, Force Quit wrong warp, and be in the kiln even if you haven't placed the Lord Vessel. I might not be right about that, but I'm pretty sure that might be.
I think that sounds right, because again, I've actually never done a wrong warp glitch myself. I've never actually executed one or attempted it. But I know all of the locations that you wind up in when you wrong warp.
Yeah.
Because it's the same, the default map location is the same thing whenever I teleport into an area in debug. Right, like if I'm loading the maps directly in debug, I always spawn at those locations. And the one for the kiln is inside the kiln.
Yeah.
I remember before debug dash was like fixed for the debug interface.
Oh, I found one.
Was actually
I found
kind
one.
of Oh, you got one. Oh, you beat me to it. Hey, maybe last stream we both got a Vagrant at the same time. So
It's true.
fingers crossed. I'm about to check.
I remember I got 3 in a row, and you're like, I still didn't find one.
Yeah, no, I didn't get
I am very glad I didn't accidentally kill it because there was like weird hollow activity down here as well. So I wonder if like the Vagrant moving threw off the.
Yeah, because and the Vagrants do. It's why I'm running around with the Slumbering Dragon Crest on, because they do approach sound too. So they might like, well, if you're fighting hollows like outside the room, like the Vagrant might pop out and like get awkwardly close to your combat or whatever.
Yeah, he was in like the little in the little doorway where the stairs are leading up to like the fireplace.
Gotcha. Yes. Yeah. So he did walk a few steps to you because that's not his exact starting position.
Where do
but
you
he
get
didn't
the
wander
Slumbering
that far.
Dragon Crest ring?
So you can kill Griggs, or you can get it in Sen's Fortress. In Sen's Fortress, how would I explain?
Is that like past the? I think I know where it is in Sen's Fortress, if I remember correctly.
It's like if you were at the upper bonfire, and then you start going backwards in the level, and there's like that tall vertical shaft that you can fall down, not far from the Serpent Mage. You drop down there a couple times, and then you're in the area where there's like all those little drop down nooks into the tar pit. It's up on that ledge.
Interesting. Okay.
So
I
it's
will
like
probably.
overlooking the start of the level.
Like,
but you have to go further into the level to get there.
I have the residence key, and I'm way closer to Griggs than to Sen's Fortress. So I'm gonna just try and do on my pathing of trying to spawn a Vagrant. I will simply just try and do lower undead Berg skip and just go to Griggs and kill him.
Hey, welcome, Mohid74. What's the stream about? I'm trying to spawn every Vagrant in Dark Souls. It is a rare-ish multiplayer mechanic. So I don't think anyone's ever tried to spawn every possible Vagrant at every location they can show up in before, so yeah, it's gonna be a tough ride. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just do a Google search for like Dark Souls Vagrant wiki dot. That'll bring up the wiki page that I wrote about how Vagrants work.
It's funny. I've been telling some of my friends about this. Oh, I forgot to do. I forgot to try and do Lower Undead Berg Skip as well. But I've been telling some of my friends about it who are like familiar with Dark Souls, and they were just like, I had no idea about any of this. And I was like, yep, really, really cool mechanic. Is Griggs nefarious? I don't really remember the lore of him. I thought he was a pretty neutral character. Other than like we were talking about it before, I think, but he's just a big fan of Logan, and Logan.
And
There's
Logan does
no
not care about
dialogue
him.
of him ever talking or referencing that Griggs is around, even though Griggs is like dedicating his life to him, which is extremely funny.
It's so good. It's so good.
It tracks for Logan too, because Logan like barely even like you save Logan, and then he like doesn't even talk to you.
Logan does not care about like people, really. I don't think he is very on that ultimate sorcery grind, you know, like
Yeah.
he's not outwardly mean to you because that's not his personality
Yeah.
either, but like he also just doesn't, you know, it's like whatever. Thankful that you freed him, but also whatever. Like
Yeah. Nah, Grime Lord. It's not really what I'm about. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so doing this version of Lower Undead Berg Skip is a lot more difficult on the remaster. I'm trying to just like jump off of the staircase there that leads down to the same spot if you mess it up, where you can spawn a Vagrant. It's just a lot more difficult than it is in Prepare to Die Edition. And I think I just got it. Yep, I just got it. So if there's a Vagrant there that I'm missing.
Asked what's my phone number. Is 867-5309.
Hang on, let me write this down. 1 second. Can you repeat that? So I am also very low leveled because I intentionally didn't level up in case people needed to spawn me in. Which ended up not even being the thing because the whole point was me running
Yeah,
to...
the password is... Yeah.
Oh, dogs. So what I'm trying to say is I might just die here before... These dogs are saving Griggs. Oh yeah, I died. That's fine.
Yeah, it's tough getting past there at a low level without like being fully...
You're nice. What did you get?
I guess it depends on what shortcut you take into the... Because I would usually do the jump earlier in the level. That's like back up here. And you just immediately have to heal after like... Because like as soon as you land, like some dogs like immediately running at you. And it's kind of scary.
I should just do a side mission to the DLC and get an Elizabeth mushroom and get 99 of them, and then I'll be in good shape.
Karbovsky in chat said they just saw Vagrant. So it's happening.
Oh, interesting. I don't remember that, but that sounds really cool. Benevolent beaver. I should drop a... You're just saying that he's like keeping an eye on Logan and that it might not be for like good reasons.
Yeah, I mean, well, because there are like spook sorceries and stuff like that. Yeah, and it does hint at like, you know, who
some
would use
nefarious
this kind of shit. Like, yeah. Well, not hidden body, but
yeah, it's like me being like, you know, Petrus was always a really nice guy to me, so I think he's good.
yeah, the item description for Hush: sorcery developed by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Vinheim Dragon School, masks all noises of caster. Yeah, it's no wonder that the town has its share of dark secrets. So it's kind of
that's cool.
Yeah, people who have stealth magic are not to be trusted.
Sure.
Same thing about the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, but
That's really cool. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Whoop. So bad. I mean, if nothing else, this is good practice for this version of Lower Undead Berg Skip, I guess. There's so many ways to get into Lower Undead Berg.
So many ways to get to the Lower Berg. Yeah, I remember when the community knew about just one for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still like the one that I would do just because it's like most ingrained or practiced. But you can also go down from over here. Ow.
I think my favorite one is being able to open the one-way door from the wrong side because you just kind of riposte your way through the geometry of the door.
That's super cool. That's a lot of fun.
That one's really that one's
collision
also
video, but
hard.
I should have.
Yeah, that one's really hard to execute as well. There's like, I think it's completely consistent, but you have to like just know what you're doing. And I, despite having done it a bunch, especially in randomizers, I don't think I've ever like known what button you have to hit in order to like. You have to hold a direction in a certain way, and I like never realized like fully how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more drift items. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Karbovsky also got drift item. Okay. How am I doing on transient curses? Let me see. Did I restock them at any point? No, I didn't. I'm out. Okay, so I'm going to warp to Andre to use the dupe glitch.
Dom on my YouTube chat just said 2 YouTube videos recommended that I watch when I opened it are mine right now and Illusory Wall stream. He said, hate to pit 2 kings against each other. The good news is, either way, you'll get to see both of us.
Yes.
What's up, Dom? Hope things are going well.
Hope you choose correctly.
Yeah, we won't say which one is correct, but we will know.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta remember how to do this glitch. So let's see. I'm going to put the transient curse at the very top. I'm going to pretend to buy the longsword that is glitched. It's already glitched. This anyone in chat trying to recreate what I'm doing by what you're watching, it would.
There's more. Yeah, there's more setup.
4 steps. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna walk away from this glitched longsword I'm trying to buy. Oi.
Oi. I have that as a sound alert on my stream, so I wonder if anyone's gonna start spamming "oi" into my ear.
That's great. So I'm gonna do the brightness menu glitch. Nope. 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 Yes. I'm gonna just confirm brightness down, right. Yeah, drop -99 transient curses.
I should this week, if I have a chance, I can try and make a video kind of just explaining that and how to do it, so that way anyone watching can just kind of watch the video and do it themselves. So then if you get like a transient curse or something, which is very easy to buy, you can just get 99 of them each time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of hard to explain, especially without like visual representation. So I should make like a really in-depth how-to one just for folks who want to help out with this.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And I'm gonna do it. I did it, but I'm gonna do it again to have 99 in the bottomless box. Let's see.
Okay, Algae wants to summon me, so let me go ahead and turn to human. Luckily, I got some soft humanity because my blood stain with 99 is still by the dogs. This whole town's going to the dogs.
Brightness. There we go. Oops, I meant to do that. Then I think now I'm good. Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah.
I'm just slowly turning Illusory into a speedrunner by...
Yeah, teach me all the glitches.
Some dupes, yeah. Alright, Algae, if you're still watching, my summon sign is just right here.
Yeah, when I was doing this pre-dupe glitch in the last return to Lordran, the thing that made getting the stockpiles of transient curses from Ingrid not a total pain in the ass is that my character had Wrath of the Gods. Right, so like running past the ghosts and just spamming Wrath of the Gods to kill them like makes that a non-issue, but anything else is just like more a pain in the butt.
Why didn't you just have Ingrid go back to Firelink? Because it sucks doing that. No one ever does that.
I think on that character I hadn't defeated the 4 kings yet, maybe, and
that's what I would
assume. Have another place I could host. Yeah, because I would have.
I guess you would maybe have had to have killed him for the key to the seal in order to fight the 4 kings, and that actually one time I was doing a Dark Souls randomizer, and I wanted to do it without wrong warping to the end, and I was going for a really long time, and I was like, you know what, I'm sick of this, I'm just going to wrong warp, and I'll look up the location of the last Lord Soul, and the last Lord Soul was given to you by Ingward if you complete, like, but Or he was selling it or something. I forget what it was specifically, but it's like I sent him back to Firelink Shrine and then never talked to him. And if I talked to him, he would have given it to me. I like could not believe it.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
I was so annoyed. All right, I'm gonna drop 30 rubbish for you. Don't spend it all in one place. I need to get a better gesture that I can spawn at people.
Yeah, you have to talk to Ingward after defeating the Four Kings, and then he'll
He's
talk
like
about.
He's like, my work here is done, and you're like, but you didn't
My
do
work
anything.
here's done. I can finally. Didn't I? And then he
Didn't
whips
I?
out like Leonard Nimoy. So good. Yeah, he'll say something about wanting to move somewhere sunnier, and then he'll go to Firelink Shrine.
And then he goes to meet up with Solaire in Lost Izalith, where there is no sun.
Okay. Come on, Vagrant. Hey, there's another drift item though, waiting for me, so that's nice. By that window location again. That's cool. Wait! Oh my god, there were 3 drift items. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Whoa.
3 drift items at once. Yo. Okay. That is... I almost never see 3 simultaneous... It's been a long time since that's happened. A very long time. So I'm overdue for a Vagrant at this point. That is wild.
I keep missing it because as a speedrunner, I kind of just like look through this game. Like I feel like it's just like shapes to me. I'm not actually paying attention to the small details, but I've definitely gotten a lot of soft humanity from killing enemies and not even realized it. And then I'm like, wait, why do I have 1 humanity now?
Oh yeah.
But I do love the effect that when you're like collecting the souls and there's some humanity in it as well. Like that's such a cool effect.
Yeah, the fact that the actual visual effect changes. It gets that black aura to it. It's so cool. None yet, but we're working on it.
I never noticed, I mean, I guess my experience of finding vagrants was always pretty low anyway. But never noticed, that, like, they have, like, a cool, like audio, thing about them as well. Kind of like the crystal lizards, but, again, more similarities to the crystal lizards.
Mm-hmm. Senor Kringo in chat said, I've sent more than 99 item bags and still haven't gotten one back. Yeah, that's going into the territory where like the luck feels kind of bad at that point. That's definitely worse than average.
Now, are you seeing
Not
blood stains and soapstone messages and character ghosts? Because it is an online only thing, so.
Yeah, that is a good
that was
consideration.
that was kind of happening to me last time, and then I realized I was like on Illusory stream, I was able to see orange soapstone messages, and I was like, wait, I'm not seeing those, so I had to like log in.
Yeah, and I know things are working on my end currently because I just got 3 drift items at once, but it's also suspiciously quiet of other multiplayer elements though. Is that it? Well, okay, no, they loaded in like this part of the Undead Burg, so that's fine. Okay.
Oh, Algie, I think I got summoned shortly after you had asked me. Oh, I had 11 Estus as well. That's really funny. Another thing that I didn't realize happened. Okay, now I'm being summoned, so... Algie, I don't know if that's you who's summoning me. Someone else summoned me earlier, and I dropped it for them, and I think I just assumed it was you. Oh, okay.
Cool,
No, I know that this is you. Hell yeah. Right, here you go.
Sweet. And we also have a request from Returns, who would also like an additional... They want to re-up on Purging Stones or whatever.
Sure.
The servers can't handle all of the drifting. They, to quote Tokyo Drift, if you're not out of control, you're not in control.
That's exactly where my brain went as well.
I've never actually seen the movie, but...
me either. And the thing is, I have friends who have very similar opinions to me. They're not, like, just, you know, into cars or anything like that. And they are like, no, the Fast and Furious franchise is actually, like, it's really dumb, but extremely good.
And I can appreciate that. Like,
so I feel like I would like it. Yeah.
Fun, right.
Yeah.
Like I think I might actually enjoy it too, knowing that they're like not quote unquote good movies, but
Yeah, like my friend Ursula is a rare books librarian, extremely cool person, and she loves the Fast and Furious, like scholarly. And her husband is also like a professor and stuff, and they both love the Fast and Furious movies. I'm like, you know what? I need to watch this shit.
they seem completely ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm dropping my my sign again as well. Just got some stuff out of the bottomless box. Oh, nice. I was actually looking at the humanity effect that time. So I actually was able to see myself getting humanity. You know what? I think I have a glitched item at this merchant as well, so I could probably go to him and get more. So yeah, if anyone needs my sign, I'll be around for a little bit. I'm being summoned. Yeah, I think the dagger is nice. Oh, I wonder if I can drop -99. I'm interested. Let's see who... Oh, right on. Okay, so I'm going to try... I think I might have a glitched amount. So let me see... No, it's just... Okay, it's... I did not have the glitched amount through the summon, which makes sense, I guess, if you go through a loading screen. Just going to do the point up, I guess.
I'm taking my time going in more and more because I want to carefully clear all the hollows so I can peacefully look at this vagrant if it's here. It is not here.
Let me see. I think... Is this dagger? Hi. I don't really have anything I need to drop, though.
Oman Wee in chat asked, what's the password Carl's using? It is Vagrant, all in lowercase.
Yes, I did have the glitched amount. Nice. I just forgot to do the brightness tube side of it. Yeah, it's something that we didn't test yet, but I would like to test dropping the negative amount and seeing what that drift bag looks like to another character. And if
right, yeah.
And like what it looks like in their game when they pick it up. So, okay, I'm gonna do a quick vagrant run and then I'll put my sign down again.
Okay. Nope, missed. Yes, why did I get into the discovery of Dark Souls, Vagrant specifically? They just broke my brain when the game came out, and seeing all the speculation about them was like, I need to know how they work. It was one of the first major testing projects that I did. Very first thing I ever contributed to the wiki was I made a list of all the places you can invade from, documented all the invasion spawn locations, because there were a bunch more that people didn't know about at the time that I did that. And then shortly after, I was like trying to figure out exact level ranges for multiplayer activity, and then also vagrants. So those were sort of like the first three kind of big testing projects that I did way back in the day. I probably did a lot of level range stuff before the vagrants, though, I think.
I have not seen any miracle residents so far this stream.
No, neither have I yet. Yeah, it was a lot of like when Dark Souls came out, because I was a big fan of Demon Souls, but I didn't get Demon Souls when it came out, right? Like I was not a classic From Software fan. I'd never played King's Field or anything like that. So I had heard about Demon Souls and then fell in love with it and got like PS3 because of it. And so I was anticipating Dark Souls 1 coming out. Like Dark Souls 1 is a game I pre-ordered and bought on day one and everything. And so I had a very different perspective. With like Demon Souls, I played it and loved it, but I didn't really get like I wasn't like editing the wikis at the time or anything. Then Dark Souls 1 comes out, and you know, my mindset with Demon Souls is like, even though there was some details of stuff not fully like sorted out, like I had no context for that, I had no frame of reference. But Dark Souls 1 comes out, and like there were so many questions that people had like on Reddit, someone would ask and they would get like 3 or 4 different answers, and I'm like, no one knows anything. Like, I was
That's
like,
my-
this
that's-
is wild.
That's
I
my
was like-
experience with Reddit as well. Anytime I'm looking for an answer on
Yeah.
something.
So it was just kind of like that piqued my curiosity. It was just like the fact that I'm like, everyone's giving it a different answer to these questions. There can only be one correct answer. Like, are there ways I can test this to get the correct answer? You know, and that pulled me in. How interested am I in the lore side of things? More focused on the mechanical. Oh, much more in the mechanical. The lore is like super cool and fascinating, but I engage with that more along the lines of like a fairly casual fan that takes an interest in the lore, but doesn't get like super deep into theorizing or ruminating on it. Every now and again, mechanical observations and stuff like that compel me to do a bit of my own lore speculation. Like I diverge from popular opinion on Pinwheel. I don't think he's a tragic figure trying to resurrect his family, for example.
I think that's what really
yeah.
compelled me with Dark Souls was just all of the, you know, it's like having like a good like literature class where your teacher's just like, yeah, no, it could be anything, like you just need to explain your side of things, the source material, and just being able to like discuss that. That was always like my favorite kind of class in like college or high school, and just being able to get that same sort of feeling from playing a video game, it was like mind-blowing to me.
I just did a drop attack on a hollow with like the minimum possible height. Like I accidentally clipped. I was just trying to R1 and I accidentally did a drop attack somehow. Like,
Classic.
It was very funny. Benevolent Beaver is asking if I ever tried the out-of-bounds spot next to Capper's Arena yet. Yeah, I have gone back there once, I believe. Like, I think I actually got there properly, jumping from the out-of-bounds spot, kind of like up here. And not just... It's sometimes it's hard for me to be absolutely certain, though, because I'm like, did I actually do that, or did I just, like, debug dash around? But no, I think I did do that properly.
Never open the seal despite having the key. Classic. Back in the
cursed statue.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Someone in chat says, "Hey, about the cursed statues. Just curious what your thoughts around the statues of other cursed players." The cursed statues work very... They are a multiplayer feature. They do work, but they have a weird effect where, like, you self-spawn them, too? So I don't know what's up with that. Like, I don't... Does it get duplicated? Right, do you create one for yourself and you send one out to another player? I don't fully grasp what's happening there, exactly. Because you can be online, go get Cursed in the Depths somewhere in a very specific spot. Your next run back, you're going to find your own cursed statue. So it's like... That's very unlike other asynchronous multiplayer features. Like, why is it doubling one up for yourself? I don't know why it's doing that, but it could be that the initial creation of one, creating one locally isn't like a net thing at all, but it's also using the network feature to send them to other players simultaneously, I guess? I don't really know. I'm gonna have to talk to like Hot Pocket, see more, if more can be ascertained about what their deal is exactly. We are officially at like over 100 transient curses dropped and no vagrant yet. Although the drift bag situation hasn't been too dire, so.
It would be funny if you like went back and watched the footage and you're like, wait, there was one there and I just wasn't paying attention.
That did happen when I was going back and adding the chapters to my previous, the first vagrant session or whatever. I did notice there's one point in the stream where I got excited when I got my first drift item bag back to me. I was like, oh look, there's one, I finally got one. but I noticed in the stream earlier when I was like killing the rats by like the boxes that there was a drift item bag in one of those boxes, and I didn't even notice it because I was like paying
so
attention to
good.
chat or whatever.
That's so good. Oh, I almost got... I've been trying lower undead skip each time. Oh, I think there's a drift item here for me.
Nice.
Still have not gotten it because it's I find it a lot harder without when you've like dissipated that fog wall. It's you can kind of like run along the fog wall to get a little bit better of a line. But it's still pretty like hard no matter what in remastered versus prepare to die edition. And I have that on good authority as well, because anytime Regal's doing a randomizer and he has to do that one, he complains about it in remastered, so. And I got it. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Griggs. I'm coming for you.
I do know that the cursed statues have their own entire menu in debug. You can see the in like the net portion of the debug interface. There's just like a whole cursed statue menu for showing how you're like sending or receiving them or whatever. Oh, look at that! I have a drift item waiting for me in a very different spot out here. It was outside the room, down by the hollow at the end of the path.
Alright, so we just kill Griggs.
Yeah, I don't think you have to wait for him to move to Firelink for him to, but I don't know. I always kill him in Firelink if I do kill him.
We're
so
testing
we can
it.
find out.
We're testing it.
There's no reason
Yeah, I
we
got
have to
it.
move first. Okay,
I got it. Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, that's how every other NPC works, but... Nice.
Ameno in chat says, just got a Vagrant.
Nice.
Sham Fear in chat asks, where will the Vagrant spawn on your run? Basically exactly where I've been dropping the item bags every time. A couple feet to the... Here, this run, I will drop the bag as precisely as I can in accordance to my memory of its location. You know, I could be slightly wrong, but I pretty much know where it spawns, so...
Oh, that's a good question. If you can have both an item drift bag and a Vagrant in the same...
Yes. Yeah, you could receive both at the same time for sure. So, here, I can show you the exact spot the Vagrant shows up. It would have been really cool if it was actually here this round. That's what I showed you, but so I think it shows up like right here. I think it's right there. Somewhere very close to that. A lot of people who are running into it might be finding it more in the doorway or somewhere, because they do approach sounds. So people running around fighting hollows on the way in, like it might start walking out of that room. But with Slumbering Dragon Crest on, when I do find it, it should be right in its starting location. Yeah, I was at the door for Karbovsky. Yeah, that's what I would expect if you're not using auditory stealth. Got him outside. Yep.
Nice. I just got 3 headshots in a row on the firebomb throwing hollows.
Yeah, the vagrants moving around like to follow sounds is something that threw off some of my early testing back in the day of like trying to figure out all of their exact spawn locations, because someone would report a sighting and it would be like not exactly where I thought they were supposed to be, so I'd have to follow up and be like, huh, is this, you know? And then eventually I figured out sound was the culprit. Because there was one in New London Ruins that was just like not near a spawn location, and I was like, I don't understand. I'm like, where the hell did that good vagrant come from? Until I realized the nearest one that spawns is like up in a higher ledge somewhere. And I'm like, oh, with the water drained, it had no problem just jumping down to the bottom. Like, got it. Okay.
It's so weird to not make any sound in this game.
Yes, Paparina. All Vagrant locations are known. I've checked all of them in Smithbox, like in the map viewers, and in older modding tools back in the day as well. And debug.
They're gonna silently patch in new ones.
That would be hilarious. There is extra detail to their exact spawn locations that I didn't really know until preparing for the stream, though. I said this at the start of the first VOD, but I'll repeat it here. I'm not requiring myself at every location they can show up at to get both kinds, right? Like, I don't care if I see a white and red one at each location, because white and red, you know, it's the same Vagrant just passed around more times. I'm more interested in showing off the places they can spawn. You know, for completion's sake, I do want to show every Vagrant type in the run, but that seems like guaranteed to happen. If I somehow get to 92 out of 92 without having seen, like, a red good Vagrant, then we'll keep working at it. However...
It's like you going through the Great Hollow.
Right, exactly.
In the map list.
Yeah. Yeah, if something goes horribly wrong, but I feel like that's just going to naturally happen in the process of doing this. However, something that I didn't previously fully iron out or appreciate is that, like, sometimes in the map data, I noticed a couple evil Vagrants, like, really close to each other, but not in the exact same spot, and I just kind of was like, huh? Like what? And I knew it was a thing, because I've seen those Vagrants double spawned even before in those locations. But what they do with the evil Vagrants is, and for some reason the good Vagrants don't work the same way in the map data, but they made it so that the Black Phantom versions, or the red versions of the evil Vagrants, are slotted in as a separate entity in the map data, and they just duplicate the location exactly. So, like, if I go into a map viewer, right, and look at an evil Vagrant, click on it and delete it, it'll look like nothing happened. It'll look like the delete didn't work, but it did work. I did clear out that Vagrant from existence. It's just that the other Vagrant location for the other evil Vagrant is literally in the exact same spot and same position. That's how most of them work. So this is all to say, very long-winded way of saying, there are 6 locations in the game where the evil Vagrants are sometimes rotated differently or, like, moved a couple feet apart. And any place that does happen, I am requiring myself to see both versions of the evil Vagrant. Because if the location is slightly different, that counts as a different spawn location to me. So we haven't seen that yet, but it's going to happen later in this run. Okay, do I have a good Vagrant?
I wonder, I might have just had...
I do!
Nice.
I finally got one. He's here. He was a little bit closer to the stairs than I memorized from when I dropped that bag. I like how that Vagrant was here that whole time I was blabbering about
Classic.
evil Vagrant spawn locations. Let me see if I can do something here. I'm going to crank... I'm not going to touch anything in OBS, but I am going to turn the sounds up in game for a second, see if we can hear the Vagrant sounds. Don't hear anything yet. I'm going to take a sip of water. Because I think a lot of people are not aware of the sounds that Vagrants make. I want to see if I can get him to make it. He's not really reacting.
I feel like I wasn't aware of it until today.
Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. They're kind of insect-like. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of like a cricket. There we go. That was loud and clear. That was the Vagrant. Hell yeah, let's go. No, yeah, that's me breathing, unfortunately. Or not me breathing. Like, that's the player character breathing.
That's Carl breathing through Discord.
Yeah, there we go. All those weird chirping sounds. What is that? That's what is that sound effect based on? That's an actual just insect in real life, right? Yeah, that's the sounds Vagrants make. There have been times where, because I've done so much Vagrant crap in this game before and I've, like, forced their spawning so many times, like, I've been above this room and heard that chirping noise and I was like, got it. Like, I know I'm very in tune. There have been times where an evil Vagrant tries to catch me off guard. I hear that shotgun blast out of the blue and it should be a huge surprise, but I'm always ready. Like, if I hear a random that specific sound effect that evil vagrants make when they shoot their projectile attack, I will just like instantly. I know because it's happened to me twice. Like without fail, I will just immediately turn and hold up my shield and be fine because it's just like it's so baked in.
I know that sound well from many randomizers because they appear a lot in the enemy randomizer, and they are not fun to see in the enemy randomizer.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, we got him. And he just ran off and disappeared to someone else's game. And I'm glad I had the sound turned up so you could hear his disappearing sound effect too. That didn't come through in any of the depth sightings in the last stream because like the water is so goddamn loud in the depths that like.
Water loud. I know that from a video on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. So let me update the stuff in the checklist here. So checklist. We have good before first fog gate. He's off the list. And then in OBS, I gotta change the vagrant sightings. 5 out of 92. We're making progress. It's happening.
I did summon someone into my world because their sign was there, and I'm wondering if someone puts down their sign, is that not password dependent? Because they did not seem to want to pick up the bag that I dropped for them of 30 rubbish.
Oh yeah, no, it should be password dependent though. So.
So if that was you, it kind of looked like someone who was walking around waiting to like go fight the gargoyles or a Taurus demon or something.
Weird. Well, now we can start going for the other good vagrant. Someone in chat saying don't think I've ever seen a good vagrant before. Yeah, they are much rarer. They are much harder to find because it's for a couple of reasons. Players dying and losing a bloodstain that has decent amount of humanity. That's just something that happens. You know, that's very normal gameplay activity. Dropping this very specific item that can spawn a good vagrant, far less likely. And it does happen if you're like maxed out. If you grind it to 99 humanity and a boss auto drops humanity or whatever, and then you auto drop that pick up to the floor, it's like, okay, so the world can sometimes be seeded with good vagrants in that way, unintentionally. And the fact that the bag can be picked up, right? There's like there's that intermediate stage that doesn't exist for evil vagrants, right? You lose a bloodstain with 5 humanity in it, evil vagrant is instantly created for another player. But those item bags get passed around and might get picked up. And then that would prevent the good vagrant from spawning. So yeah, they're much harder to find. Like if you were to look up like screenshots, like I saw a vagrant on Reddit, the ratio of evil vagrant sightings to good vagrant sightings is easily 10 to 1. I would say like that is a very safe bet.
Makes sense too, just given how like kind of specific the process is for a good vagrant versus like, oh, I had 5 humanity and died. Like that is probably way more common of a thing than someone like dropping a transient curse and you know,
I remember getting kind of salty at one point because it was still fairly early on when, well, first of all, if you were to see a vagrant and be excited that you saw one and screenshot it and post it to Reddit, that makes perfect sense to me. Like people being weird, oh, it's another vagrant post. Like what the hell are you talking about, man? This is like exciting. This is something that makes sense to be excited about in a video game. But it gets crazier than that because like this would still be kind of earlier on in the process where it's still like trying to iron out details with them. And someone would be like, oh, another vagrant post. It was literally one of 3 pictures of a good vagrant that existed on the entire internet at that point.
Oh my god.
And I was so being like, don't you dare, how dare you give this person the attitude that you were like, because you don't know enough about vagrants to realize that this is actually something that like no one has ever seen before. And I'm like, like, come on. I was so angry.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm like, don't discourage people from sharing these kind of screenshots, please, for the love of God. I'm trying to reconfirm exactly where all these things can spawn.
Yeah, the person who posted it just deletes their Reddit account and you can never talk to them. Like,
no. Okay, so next good vagrant location. It's right by the crossbow hollow on the short tower. It is right next to him. Yeah, so very easy location to find.
I might have already accidentally started sending drift bag items just from using that merchant to dupe.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Again, it's the type of thing where they approach sound, so if you're not wearing Slumbering Dragon Crest and you're fighting these hollows out here, the vagrant might start walking down the stairs. I've actually found it completely outside the tower before. That was actually one of my very first Vagrant sightings. I'm hyping up how much harder it was to find good Vagrants, but a good Vagrant was one of my first sightings on PS3 back in the day, and it was the good Vagrant from this tower, and I saw him down here outside the tower, and that confused me for a long time, because later on I was like, what? They spawn on top of the tower. I didn't get the incongruity, but it's just because he walked down. But he should spawn just like right here, I think. Somewhere on this top platform. With the crossbow hollow. The question is, where is the best spot to hide the item bag?
I'm gonna hide it right underneath the spiral staircase because I feel like that'll be pretty hard to find. Especially I feel like no one really goes into that tower anyway.
That's a pretty good spot. How well hidden is that? Is it like completely out of view around the corner? Let me take a look.
It is yeah, unless you run into there.
That's pretty good. I think though I might if you pick that spot, I think I'm going to go into the room here. Because again, a lot of people don't go in here if they never get the key. And then I'm gonna roll into this bookcase and drop it inside the bookcase.
Smart.
I think the item will be completely occluded by that, or will we see a bit of orange sticking out? I'm not sure. I'll just do it until I find out the hard way. We'll see what happens. Hey, good evening. Welcome back, Jizu.
So yeah, I think residence key does make sense. That door is also openable with the master key, but still, there's only like one reason to ever go into that room, so I'm sure people won't really.
Exactly, that as well. That as well. Yeah. So someone might have already collected the loot from there, and then wouldn't have a reason to go back in. Turn Up Lorraine in chat had a good question. Since the Burg and Parish are one map file, could you be sending Vagrants to the Parish from here? You can't, only because they're zoned on like where you are currently in the level. So any Vagrants you're creating down here are synced up to certain spots in this part of the Undead Burg. Now you could though, like if you were resting at the bonfire in the Undead Parish and you were like continuously reloading there, you might be like receiving the data for these Vagrants down here and like sending them back out though. So like that would definitely I guess the way I would put it is, if you were receiving them where they are in the Undead Burg while you're in the Parish, and you're sending them back out while you're reloading in the Parish, then yeah, they would stay where they are in the Undead Burg, because their location hasn't been changed. They're still tied to the same part of the map or whatever. There's all sorts of potential hiding nooks. We could be doing the drop off on the burning barrel staircase and like hiding an item over there, kind of. But I think this is fine. Oh, someone in chat, Wyoming Disaster just got a good Vagrant in the previous spot. Hell yeah. Yes, returns of very top of the tower, right next to the crossbow hollow.
Just now remembering that on Blue Sky they have a feature that can show you as live on Twitch and stuff. So I don't think you can do YouTube, which is a bummer.
Yeah,
So
you can't do YouTube yet.
Seems like an oversight for them. But
yeah, they said, I saw Blue Sky Dev say that they were just like, because it was in beta, they were just testing it for one platform only, but that they will expand it to other platforms. So it's like, they didn't say YouTube specifically, but clearly.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, clearly that's like the other top.
But yeah, I remember like the day they introduced that, and I was like, wow, like a really good feature. That's really cool. And then I like forgot to use it ever.
No. Yeah, no, it's a genuinely clever feature. It was very smart. If anyone in chat has no idea what we're talking about, because you're not on Blue Sky, understandable, who wants to create new social media.
Yeah.
But they did roll out a feature where you can just tell Blue Sky that you're streaming on Twitch, and then your avatar will have like a red circle around it that says live. And then if anyone clicks on your profile or like avatar, it brings up an extra pop-up window to say like directly go to the live stream or view this person's profile, which is super cool. I'm just like, so you can basically just advertise like, hey, I'm currently streaming. The implementation apparently is a little clunky though, where it doesn't like hook to your stream directly. You just have to tell it that you're streaming.
Yeah.
I already got a drift item in this room that isn't mine. That's very funny. Okay, let's go. Hell yeah. I guess I should start checking the tower, even though it's probably gonna be a while before one shows up here.
Unless like all the drift items that I did at the merchant had like been going back and forth or something, that would be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's very clumsy. You have to tell like, oh, I'm going to be streaming for X amount of hours or whatever. Like you have to tell it that. So it's just kind of like, just guess how long your stream's going to be. Like
yeah, it's like or it goes on longer than people follow the link, even if you're not live and they just follow your channel or whatever.
Yeah. But it is a great feature, and I'm definitely looking forward to them adding YouTube to that because it's a good idea.
Yep. I like always see my streamer friends like just their avatar if they like liked something, or I see them on my timeline and it shows that they're live and I'm like, oh yeah, let me start doing that, and then every time I start my stream I like can't be bothered to do it.
I don't know if someone in chat is purposefully doing this as like a tactic, but it's pretty clever and I respect the hell out of it. Where I have the feeling some people are dropping item bags near to, but not exactly where I'm dropping them, so they can see if they're show up in my game, which is super cool. Like, that rules. It ensures that I see a drift item and I know it's not mine that came back to me specifically. Crowd Test in chat said Blue Sky will be the last social media account I ever create if I can help it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you there. I think I'm finally ready. I'm gonna create a profile for the metaverse. I think it's finally baked enough that I feel comfortable to get in on that.
Yeah. It's going places, that's for sure.
I loved seeing people share posts from like when that was being hyped up, and they're like, "This is the future of the internet. It's inevitable." And it's like, yeah, imagine if tech companies with really bad products were saying that things were inevitable when everyone knew that it was like complete bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. The amount of money. Did you ever read that story? Like, because it was not something that I was following, but like, there actually was a pretty vibrant VR community that had popped up based around exercising.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, there were a bunch of people who got like the Meta headset or whatever because there were like Facebook groups dedicated towards like doing like VR like exercising, and so you actually had like obviously not remotely on the level of the Switch because like with the Wii, I mean, because every fucking household had a Wii. But, like,
yeah.
The whole thing with the Wii is that you got quote unquote non-gamers to like want to pick up and play. So you were actually getting people who were like elderly wanting to own a VR headset. They were making friends through it. They were socializing. They had like personal trainers come and like organize events. And it was like this whole thing that was like had some sort of grassroots, like this isn't Facebook forcing this into existence. This is like user driven.
An actual implementation, yeah.
Actual implementation. So of course Meta acquired it and drove it into the fucking ground.
Yeah, classic.
And it's like, dude, you're trying to get a metaverse thing off the ground. You're trying to like make this thing happen, and you inquire like the one community that's like actually doing it, and you fuck it up for them. It's just like, it's classic CEOs being utterly clueless about what people want. Like,
yeah, it's like
oh,
go ahead.
Wild. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm forgetting what that program was called or like what the events were called, but there's some write-ups about it, like interviewing people who like it meant a lot to them and they had fun and they were making friends in there, and like when Meta took over, the personal trainer sessions became like more and more infrequent and like blah blah blah, like like they weren't like, yeah, they just completely screwed it up, and it's so funny and so pathetic.
Yeah, that's like some
not funny that those people lost something they cared about, but is funny. The incompetence is funny.
Yeah, unless it was like their intention was to drive it away, which sucks.
I don't even think so. I think they're just
yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
They just don't know. They just don't know what they're doing. You're like, oh, we want this VR thing to stick. Might as well acquire one thing that's successful. But then they weren't paying attention to how it was run or whatever. And oops.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Nintendo and just like how Nintendo has never really had like that good of netcode, and then there's like communities that like spawn around that, and you know, like the Smash community that just makes really good, you know, online servers and fan servers so that people can play, especially like during the pandemic and stuff, with like Melee tournaments happening and stuff, and Nintendo being like, nope, you actually got to shut this down. This game that we no longer support, it's from 20 years ago. You actually can't do that.
Yep, it sucks.
Big time bummer.
Someone in chat said they wanted to choke out competition. The sad part is it's not even that, because these were like Facebook user groups that were doing like it was already good for them. Oh, so they're talking about Nintendo and the stream delays, confusing the chat. But yeah, like it wasn't even meta acquiring the competitor. It was meta acquiring user-driven stuff that was already using their VR headsets. The whole thing is so sad.
Such a bummer. Yo, what's up, Hot Pocket?
Such a bummer. Welcome back, Hot Pocket.
I don't think I've seen any drift items yet.
Yeah, I just got the one shockingly early on. Yeah, it was very good luck from someone else having started doing that over here, because that was only like a couple of reloads into this run.
Or it might have been just all of the times that I was duping like a bunch of items at the merchant.
That would be funny. Well, no, it was up in the room, so in a different room.
Oh,
so.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't change that.
Yeah, because the item bags do appear exactly where they were dropped until it turns into a good Vagrant.
Hey, what's up, Darmok?
Oh, hello to Darmok. Hope you're doing well. I don't have Carl's stream open. I said I was gonna do that. Like, I only have 2 monitors, and so I have my second monitor for my chat and like OBS to keep an eye on that. But I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
the same way. Like,
part of me wants to like borrow the boyfriend's iPad or something, and just like, you know, like
for this, I have
a third screen up for your chat or something like that. Yeah.
I have your phone. Your phone. Yeah, I have your phone. You gave me your phone number, and that made made me have your phone.
Damn.
Oh, this door is closed.
I wonder why I couldn't find my phone all day. It somehow wound up several hours away.
No, on my phone, I just have your stream up so I can kind of like watch it. Because I feel like if I was running that on my computer with, again, I also only have 2 screens. I feel like it would just like melt my entire computer. Interesting thing, the door to the residence was just closed.
Did a hollow fall? Because you can reclose it, and maybe if a hollow was chasing you in there at some point, and its AI decided to close the door.
Yeah,
because hollows can close doors, but
can all of them? Because I know that there's the one who does. There was one walking back, so what might have happened is the door like the door opening hollow might have maybe made his way over here. But where was he walking? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think it was actually the one who opens the door. Because that you can send that hollow on a journey to the lever in Undead Parish.
Yes, yeah.
Which is very
funny set of interactions happening there.
So I think, I was like, where's he walking to? But I think he might have heard me, because I'm taking like kind of a weird path. I am rolling down to where the blue Tearstone ring is, where you would have to run past the Black Knight, just to kind of get there a little bit faster. I think it's a little faster. It feels a little faster.
I do think there was something different between Prepare to Die Edition and the remaster in terms of ability to mess with doors.
Interesting.
With hollows. I think something subtle changed there, and I don't remember what.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I should go back and watch that and see, and I'm not going to do that.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those cases where there might have been something slightly different between the 1.0 version of the original and the patched version of the original as well, but I don't really fully remember. I should drop the item I was going to drop.
Let me see if this hollow is going to open this door now. I need to test this out. He's walking towards it. He's walking towards it. He's walking towards it. He opened it!
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
And then I stabbed him directly in the head. Now I'm wondering if it's the one... Well, I don't think the one who opens the door usually is the one holding the shield. I'm going to take the alternate path next time and see. That's very funny. I think that solved the mystery.
Mitchell Douglas in chat is asking for summon sign.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Summon sign again.
Yeah, let me just drop some drift items here, and I will put it where
Sure.
where I've been putting it.
Did I fully say Mitchell Douglas? The handle is just Mitch Douglas, yeah. Carl, you can summon Carl with the red sign soapstone. The password is vagrant, all lowercase. And you don't need a boss alive or anything. I think you probably do have to be in human form.
Yeah, you will have to be in human form, but should be
Yeah.
able to see it.
But yeah, with the password set, you don't need a boss alive for the red sign soapstone, and that overrides level ranges, so none of that matters either.
I think I might also, in this area, I might be able to put down my summon sign and kind of just make my way over to where we've been going to drop stuff. So I don't think it'll dissipate my sign.
Yeah. Your sign won't disappear this time. Yeah, you can leave it down
Nice.
during these runs. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes,
So I'll just
that's
keep
correct.
it down,
Yeah,
and
'cause
if anyone needs an item.
Yeah. The loser dropping his chatter's full names like a disappointed parent. How dare you ask that?
Yeah, it's definitely this hollow walking around. I'm
Oh,
watching him
that's
now.
cool.
That's so interesting. I don't know why he would close the door, though. Well, I guess that is what he is... Well, no. I guess he's just coded to interact with it. Not necessarily
Yeah,
close it.
I don't fully know how that works.
I think it's just... Oh, no. I just watched him close it. That's so funny. I didn't know that he could do that with this door. I love these streams where we're just doing these very, like, specific things and finding out new stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so if you're not familiar with what that Hollow's whole deal is, he is literally just kind of at the door, and when you walk into the room with the other two Hollows, he like kicks it open and tries to attack you.
Yes.
But that means that his like that NPC has like a script or whatever that gives him that that behavior. And that behavior also exists on the Hollow that only runs to go and shut the gate on you near the boar in Undead Parish. So if you have that lever like loaded, you can backtrack, and if that Hollow is still alive and the door is open, he will walk all the way there, and you can kind of just follow him.
Parish.
And then he
Yeah.
pulls the lever.
Yeah. It's so good.
But yeah,
He's
it's
like,
fun.
I gotta go interact with the thing.
I wonder
You're
how
like-
many other doors and things he can open then.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just. Yeah.
Okay, so I got my item drift bag here, but I wonder if being summoned would also send the item drift bag.
It would.
Nice. So we gotta really all coordinate, and as soon as I drop my bag, then folks need to summon me and get a nice good like assembly line going.
Hell yeah.
What I can try and showcase at some point is I can see if I can get the very funny. Oh, interesting. My summon sign just disappeared because I went up to the door leading to Lower Undeadburg, even though it's closed, and I got close enough to. So I'm putting it back down.
Hey, welcome Haley CT.
But I can try and showcase the way to get into Lower Undeadburg by parrying and riposting.
Oh yes.
Has a
That-
bunch
that is-
of you can retry
never
a
done it
lot as well.
myself.
If you just do like a punch instead of using your weapon, you should also be able to do it.
Now crossing that boundary will make your summon sign disappear. So you
Yeah,
have
well,
to
just
react to
walking
it there, but
up to
yeah.
the door made it disappear. So
Oh, that's funny. It got you close enough to get
Uh-huh.
unhappy about that. That's funny. That I wouldn't have known off the top of my head.
yeah. So if anyone needs items, I got the summon sign down. It's password
welcome, Mavis
vagrant, all
Fangs.
lowercase.
Vagrant hunt is going good. So far, we've got one down in the Undeadburg. And we are working on the second good Vagrant now, who can spawn up by the crossbow hollow on top of this tower. Haven't been at it super long here, so we've got a bit more work cut out for us, unless I get really lucky and get like an early one. But
Nice, I'm being summoned.
and some people can probably tell from the context, but if you are on PC and want to help, you can summon Carl, and he can help drop items that you can drop, since he's helping dupe them. If you don't have like 99, if you're in the end game and it's easy to buy like 99 transient curses at a time, then by all means. But if you want to participate in getting these items as a pain in the butt, just summon Carl, and he will get you stuff to drop.
It was a real pain for me as well to get all of these items. It took me like an hour and 20 minutes of in-game time. So, well, I guess I guess it actually took me like hundreds of hours of playing Dark Souls and learning speedrun strats. But this one in particular, I was just like bored at work one day when things were slow, and I was like, "Yeah, let me see if I can get you know, the soapstone, the red sign soapstone quickly."
That rules.
Oh, I'm running in the. I just started doing like muscle memory to the other, the other vagrant.
Other location. Yeah.
Yeah. So on
I
my
caught
stream,
myself the last stream. I was doing that a bit, like in the depths, going in the wrong direction. Oops.
Muscle memory. Oh right, I already killed all these guys. Okay, so is anyone following me? Okay, I think. Well, I guess I can go and drop another one, but after I drop this item, and check for a vagrant again, I'm gonna ooh, miracle resonance. Nice. Very cool. By the hollows. Seen one yet. It's by the hollows outside of the residence. That must have been
cool.
Wrath
I've been
of
casting
Gods.
there. Yeah, I've been casting it there a good bit, so there's a decent chance that's mine.
Nice. But yeah, after that, I'm going to try and do the riposte strat to open the door to Lower Undeadburg.
Gotcha. So is your summon sign still down currently?
No, I can put it down though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because Mitch was checking in again. So
yeah, for sure.
Again, password is vagrant, all lowercase, and you should need to be human, but you don't need your boss alive or anything, and you will be able to summon Carl from a red summon sign.
Yeah, and I will try and just get into the habit of always putting it down.
I think where I'm dropping these items, this is definitely got to be wider than the bookcase, right? Like, would the bookcase fully occlude this, or are you going to see like orange poking through? I can't wait to find out. I think it's going to be sticking out a little bit. Not that it matters. I mean, like, again, a lot of people would just run by this room, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I'm on PC. This is the remaster on PC.
Mirror squiring after. Man, that was a long test session. Trying to figure out the exact way to mirror squire.
Yeah, Carl was with me when I sort of like discovered how to consistently get the Looking Glass Knight summons working in Dark Souls 2, because that was something that always bothered me, right? Like, the Looking Glass Knight can summon people into the fight, but like the mechanics were always just like, like, you know, it rarely worked for me back in the day. So getting it to like work consistent, I say consistently, but it was still RNG technically.
We did get pretty consistent with it though.
Oh yeah, no, it was like 50% or something like that. Like, yeah, that was fun.
That was my first time ever playing Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, you literally had never played Dark Souls 2 before, and I'm like, all right, Carl, download Cheat Engine. We're warping to this area.
He was like, here's the bonfire. It's in this exact spot. Here's how you unlock all of the bonfires.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know your way around Trinket Castle at all, and you're getting summoned into the Looking Glass fight, which is so funny.
So funny. All right, what's up, Algie? Algie just summoned me.
That's when we learned it had a different animation than
that was so cool.
That was so cool. Like, somebody probably already knew that, but that's ultra obscure knowledge that is definitely not common knowledge.
I can't believe that I was observant enough to notice it, because it is for those unfamiliar. When the Looking Glass Knight summons in like a squire, it's usually an NPC, and his animation is he just uses his shield with like one hand and slams it down. And if it's an actual player that he's summoning in, he puts like both of his hands at the top of his shield and slams it down even harder. And I was like, wait, that looks different than the same animation that I've been seeing for 10 hours I was like, I think this might be you.
Didn't he do something like stab his sword into the ground? And leave
Yeah,
it in the
he
ground
stabs
while
his
someone
sword
gets
into
okay?
the ground so he can two-hand the shield. It's like an extremely
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
detail that they just like that
Yeah.
very unlikely to be seen or noticed in the chaos of a boss fight. I think that's extremely cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, okay, I'm trying to do the glitch to get into lower undead berg early. I have a hollow that's just kind of attacking me. I'm gonna parry him. Well, I'm really bad at parrying these hollows because it's like a different timing than the one I normally do. And I'm gonna hold forward, I think. I didn't quite get it. So it's a little finicky, but there is a way you can do this. Yes, I got it.
Now I'm
So yeah,
now
you
I'm
can.
forgetting my own suggestions. Oh, sorry, someone in chat was asking the tech for
Sure, here.
summoning the Looking Glass Knight. I'm forgetting the exact routine, but if you watch my Soul Memory video and you get to the point on the Looking Glass Knight, I have like a summary of like what exactly you're supposed to be doing.
So yeah, the way that I did that there was when I was reposting the hollow, I just kind of held like straight up on the analog stick, and I kept holding that. And then once I like had control again, I hit like open the door, and because of it, like for whatever reason, your character is seen as on the other side, and you can just open it. Normally, it doesn't. I don't get it first try like that. Like I'm sure I could just look up the exact specifics of it and do it, but I have to do that so infrequently that like I always forget about it by the time I have to do it again.
That's cool. Yeah, I should try that sometime. I've never actually done that before. Hey, chat, do you want to see something gross? Look at this.
Oh, I gotta pull up your stream again.
We have a mesh hole in the map. Once
Oh,
you know it's
no.
there, you'll never be able to unsee it.
It's like the one in Valley of the Drakes.
Yep.
Oh, I think there's a drift item here for me. Very
nice.
cool. I think that's the first one I found in this area. Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, is that just right by the crossbow guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
yeah,
it.
where the Vagrant pops out will be right next to the crossbow guy.
Dude, the hollow closed the resident door again. That's so funny. I wonder if that's intentional.
That's so bizarre.
I wonder if... I don't know why that would be intentional, you know? If they're like, oh, we want to have a way to have this door be closed.
There's no... Okay, no Vagrant here. Oh, cool. Someone in chat said they got their first drift item that they're 100% sure wasn't one of their own coming back. That's cool.
Nice.
So, I have to say, so, in my episode on enemy detection for sound, I start off the video saying, like, I went down this rabbit hole because I just wanted to know how much more effective Hidden Body is than the Ring of Fog. That's half of the story. The other half of the story with enemy detection is I wanted to know what the fuck was up with this goddamn hollow. Because look at this. His back is turned to me. I'm using stealth. I'm using auditory stealth. He doesn't hear me. There's no avoiding this bastard. So I was so like, I'm like, why? Why? Like, why does that happen too? So that was the other half of the equation, just being like so perplexed by that. And the answer to that is incredibly frustrating, actually, because it's not that he has anything special going on. He is the same as every other hollow in the level, basically. Any hollow would react the same way at the exact same angle and distance. It doesn't. You're really just seeing the most extreme limit of a viewing angle possible, and here it's just easier to be aware that something feels a little off. Because you rarely approach an enemy from like really extremely diagonally behind them where they still see you. It's usually more all or nothing. It's kind of like, oh, I get why that enemy saw me, or they heard me, or something like that, and that's why they turned around. But Yeah, there's very particular angles you could approach enemies from where you're just teasing out their incredibly wide viewing angle. And yeah, viewing angles are a lot wider than you might expect. The enemies can see behind themselves to a degree.
So weird. I wanted to see if I could get the other hollow to walk towards the door again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I after I got summoned, I respawned in. After watching him walk away, but he is not doing it.
Yeah,
just
Sebo
closed
Tower. Yeah, no. Oh, go ahead.
I closed the door. Ooh, I think I found another drift item on the stairs near the Black Knight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've still only gotten that one early on in this run, so we'll keep at it. But yeah, Sabo Tower is like, oh, he can't smell you, and yeah, unfortunately, he did not get me because of smell. Most hollows can't smell.
Yeah, I wonder. Okay, well, I don't think it would be a hearing thing. So it's with the pathing that I'm doing, because I'm going underneath to where the Black Knight is. I should figure out how to free cam and get a little bit more information on what makes him
Okay,
walk
my
away.
hiding spot was terrible. I'm seeing it now. I did get a drift item back in my own spot, and it sucks. That's so funny. Yeah, it is sticking out way far from the bookshelf. You know, whatever. Who cares?
I do love that this is a reverse scavenger hunt. I guess it's kind of like parents setting up for an Easter egg hunt, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is this is one that's supposed to be easy for the younger kids. Hold on. Where do I want to put item bags now?
I like how thoroughly distracted I am from this whole process of just trying to get this hollow to do something. Okay, well, he opened that door. So did he go into the other room now?
I feel like maybe I'll start putting bags up here or somewhere weird.
Where did he go?
Yeah, I could put it. Someone said under the table, but you would see it very clearly under the table as well. And honestly, I could be hiding them in a box in the bonfire room. Bonfire room should be zoned to this location as well.
This is like a cat hiding behind the blinds and you can clearly see their feet and tail.
Exactly, Hot Pocket, exactly.
So he sees me. And I'm gonna roll here.
So, as a bit of a spoiler for my smell video, I don't mind giving it away now. I said most hollows can't smell you. There actually is one hollow who can smell you in the entire game.
I wonder if I
And
can
he's very
guess.
oddly relevant to this run we're doing right now. It's the crossbow hollow.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, the way he's set up is he's set up as a trap. So the reason he's not shooting at me right now is because he's actually like a trap. He's not activated until you either stand in a certain region, which is in front of his tower, or you get within 5 meters. I think he has 2 alternate detection triggers. Once you do that, he goes out of his null state. And then, because check this out. I walked into the tower. I have visual and auditory stealth. There's no way he can hear me. He did not see me walk into the tower, but he's shooting at me now because he smells me. It feels like they implemented it just as a bit of extra assurance that he would see you, quote unquote, see you properly when you're going down the stairs, and actually shoot at you. But it has the unfortunate side effect of now that he's been woken up out of his null AI state, he can smell really damn far. So there is no situation in which he will de-aggro now. He's shooting at me through this tower. Normally he would lose line of sight within 20 seconds, but he always knows where I am because of smell. So he's just never going to stop shooting ever. So, very funny.
Okay, and do you know offhand how the Wait. Where did he come from? The hollow who opens the door usually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. The
Oops, I
door
meant to
is
use a
open.
transient
Okay.
curse, but-
He came running for me, but the door was already open.
Oh,
I
that's
thought the
fine.
door was closed and I didn't see him open it, and I was like, did he just like get through the door without opening it? That is not what happened. Not in the
Can
slightest.
enemies hit the vagrants? I would have to double check. I don't believe there is friendly fire, but I should be able to find out. Oh, that item bag looks pretty well. I was trying to assess like how well hidden is this. If I went all the way out here and turned around, I would see it. Maybe that's pretty well hidden. I think that's my new hiding spot. I forgot if I, in my process of talking about this hollow, if I actually poked my head out. Let's still look at the. Nope.
Minus 1k souls rip. You might as well just restart the game. You can never recover from that.
Welcome, Azure Corsair, too. Thank you so much. Thanks for becoming a member.
Yeah, another drift bag, drift item bag spotted, which is in chat.
Yes.
Thanks to Azure Corsair.
Yeah, I feel like I did my tiers a little bit backwards. I made Evil Vagrant top tier. Technically, the Good Vagrant is like the rarer one that's more exciting, but
It sounds
part
cooler.
of me just kind of. It sounds. It's. Yeah, I kind of went for like the verbal sound. I'm like, alright, top tier will be the Evil Vagrant.
Yo, he must. Okay, so this this hollow must run to open this door with this pathing that I'm taking. That's very funny. I wonder if anyone has ever like done that and realized it before. This is like a very specific kind of pathing that I should tell the Souls speedrun community about it.
You know, I'm second guessing this spot. It's a little time consuming, like running up the ladder and going to that corner. It's a very good hiding spot, though. But what's the most valuable possible drift item? Divine Blessing. Divine Blessing. Eventually, if it goes on to spawn a Good Vagrant, and that Good Vagrant gets passed around enough to become the Black Phantom Good Vagrant, it drops the Divine Blessing again.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like it has to go through all of that process to finally create one. So, yeah, the best drop you can possibly get from a Good Vagrant is a Divine Blessing.
That's also a very rare item. There's a finite amount in the game, right? I don't think anything
Yes.
spawns it. Oh yeah, I think I beat him to the door
Exactly.
this time.
So, yeah, how many people are willing to like drop a Divine Blessing in order to create a
To
Good
get
Vagrant, you know?
one, yeah, to get. Whoops!
Which
I just
now we can use dupe glitches, but
I just used a divine blessing instead of dropping one because I think I will start dropping divine blessings then, if that's the case. And
yeah,
the
yeah. If you have a stockpile of Divine Blessings, yeah, start dropping those. Those Vagrants are great.
and it's just at the top of the tower where the crossbow guy is, where the vagrant spawns, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I need to learn
So
how
is
to
it
do the camera
technically-
stuff. Go ahead, sorry.
Technically infinite per playthrough if you can get them from Good Vagrants.
yeah, true.
True. Technically true. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna drop them around this corner. I think this is fine because this is so far out of the way. If you're already explored that room but you're just running by, you wouldn't see it. Unlike so I should have been dropping them there the whole time. I think that's better.
Dude, I'm gonna start racing this this hollow, who just keeps opening or closing the door. That's so funny, dude. I love that. Yeah, I still haven't found a vagrant. Oh, I guess let me also. I'm getting too distracted by this hollow who is doing a thing that I know he does in a different way that I keep forgetting to put down my soapstone. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can.
if anyone's looking to get to be able to summon Carl, again, password is Vagrant all lowercase. Have global matchmaking off, and this is a DSR on PC, and he's leaving it in the usual undead Burke spot near the bonfire. That is to say, outside the bonfire room and across the little short bridge.
Oh, I beat him this time. This is like the dumbest speedrun category. aside from the other dumb one that I did. Wonder if I can watch him close the door, if I can like de-aggro him enough to...
There's just something so funny about like the process of doing this, right? Where it's like, oh, where should I be dropping the item exactly? Like just like these stupid considerations that like are just so niche and specific to what we're doing.
Yeah, where are my divine blessings actually? Oh, there they are.
Hey, already got a drift item bag back in the same spot I just started using.
Nice.
Sick. I'd be surprised if I got my own back that quickly. It was probably someone else's also dropping it around there. It's at least the third I've gotten back in this run. Maybe I've lost count and it's been significantly more. I think it's 3 drift bags that I've seen so far, so that's starting to feel good. That feels like a Vagrant should be on its way soon-ish, probably. If anyone else is running around casting Wrath of the Gods, though, I have not seen a resonant sign yet, so that's
I've only
such a
seen the
bummer
one.
how... Yeah.
I guess, can you see your own resonance sign?
No, I don't believe so. Ah, another drift item in a different corner running in the room. So yeah, like there's at least 4 drift items. So
I'm
this
gonna
is
climb
feeling
up to
pretty
your
good.
secret spot and see if there's no drift item there. Oh, this is right above the door where my guy is. My new hyperfixation guy. That's so funny.
Orion in chat said, "Is this a long grind full of CBT?" I don't know what that question means, but I interpreted it a certain way.
Yes. Yes.
The answer to that question is yes. This is cock and ball torture. As I get demonetized. No.
Channel done.
Isn't there like it's cognitive behavioral therapy? And I'm just like, oh, that's very unfortunate for that to have the
That
same
does stink,
acronym
yeah.
as CBT. Is very funny.
It's funny because when you first said it, I thought like what is it? CBD is like the weed thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking that, and then I was like, wait, no, it's either way. I'm gonna say yes. Alright, my divine blessings are at the top. I'm just gonna be dropping divine blessings. I feel like that'll be the. I'm still very close to something. Yeah, in my chat, Dom said cognitive ball therapy.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, someone in
It's when
chat
you
said they found a drift item on top of the tower.
That's when you contemplate the orb for therapeutic reasons. Is cognitive ball therapy.
I like the collective discovery that a lot of people were like disappointed to learn that the famous orb of that meme is just Palantir. It wasn't a nondescript. It wasn't another wizard and an orb. It was an illustration of Lord of the Rings, and it was like somehow deflated to find out it wasn't generic wizard orb. It was the orb.
It was, yeah,
like,
yeah.
This
I
whole
feel
time
that. I
it
feel
was
that.
just the orb.
Oh, another miracle
not
resonance.
An orb.
A miracle resonance that wasn't here when I first got here, but showed up.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they'll come and go like in real time. Like this will, instead of waiting for you, they just pop up and they stick around for 30 seconds, I believe.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So what was the mechanic supposed to do? If I like completely forget.
Yeah. So there's 4 different miracles that create them. 8 or 9, I can't remember off the top of my head, that benefit from them. And you just standing near them and casting certain miracles, they become more powerful. And you'll actually see an effect in your HUD, like over the miracles icon itself, a white ring will appear over it.
Oh, interesting.
Which is kind of clumsy design, because if your miracle isn't offhanded, the brightness of your miracle can kind of like obscure it. And there are a few miracles like Wrath of the Gods that already have a white circle as part of the design element, so it gets a little visually like clustered. It's hard to tell. But if you're offhanding your talisman, so you can't currently cast a miracle, and your miracle is like a darker gray, then it's much more easy to see. Like, you stand near a resonance sign, you will see a white ring appear over the icon of your miracle, and that means your miracle is buffed as you cast it.
Dude, it's so
And,
funny just watching this Hollow walk back from closing the door that he ran to close. It makes me laugh every time.
Yeah, resonance is ultra busted, and it's a difficult topic to discuss because like
Well, there's one up here.
it was
now.
broken. It was broken in a different way on PS3. It was broken in an entirely different way where it was frozen to one specific location in Darkroot Forest for like over a decade, and you can never see it anywhere else. So people will see them in random places in the remaster, and they'll be like, "Huh? Well, I saw it. It's not broken because I saw it somewhere." And it's like, no. You can see them. If the mechanic was working as it should, you should be seeing dozens of them per playthrough. Easily over 100, I would say. Like unless you're like speedrunning the game, like you should be seeing them commonly. We know what they look like in PS3 in the brief windows of time when they weren't broken, and Xbox 360 they always worked. And you just like look up footage of any Fight Club on Xbox 360, and there's like resonance signs popping off. And it's just like, yeah, that's what should be happening. And I've seen people make all sorts of speculation being like, oh, well, no, just miracle builds aren't that common anymore. And I'm like, no. Like, it's not like miracle builds were 100 times more common in the original version of Dark Souls compared to the remaster. You know, like, you know, like, sure, there were some things got rebalanced and some things changed. You can't convince me that like someone was 100 times more likely to cast Wrath of the Gods. Like, no, the proliferation is just different with the revised networking, and something got screwed up.
That's so funny.
Yeah, especially because again, like as I discovered in making the video about invasion cooldown timers, no one even realized that the limit level system for invasions was taken out. That the growing timer system, where if you keep getting invaded over and over in the original version of the game, it should take a little bit longer to get invaded. I mean, it was poorly implemented, so no one ever even realized that was a thing in the original version of the game either. But it was there, and it doesn't even exist in the remaster. So I'm like, oh, if they screwed up something like that without realizing it, easy to understand that they probably screwed up Miracle Resonance, you know, without fully realizing it.
All right, dropping some divine blessings for Dimitri here. And I keep going past 30 and, like, comically. Nice. Throwing down the very good. I appreciate that.
The thing that's so... and I'm repeating myself from my Miracle Resonance video, too. But, it's such a bummer because I saw it coming from a mile away. Because the remaster of Dark Souls was coming out, and they had the network tests scheduled for the remaster, which I did participate in. But before they even happened, I was like, wait a second. The way this controlled network test is going to work is it's probably going to boot up like that weird like demo version of Dark Souls where you can pick your different character classes, like Black Knight, and like those different things. It has like its own startup menu, and you're just loaded into the beginning of the game. And I was just kind of like, at the beginning of the game, none of the default characters you can load have any of the miracles on them that create Miracle Resonance. So, unless they specifically address that by like giving you Wrath of the Gods or like Great Heal or whatever, unless they specifically changed those classes to like start with those miracles, I was like, guys, the network test isn't going to even check if this mechanic is working or not. And it's been broken all of these years on PS3. So I was like, I was such a doomer ahead of time being like, man, it doesn't work right on PS3, and the remaster isn't even going to test in the network test if this network feature works. And sure enough, it didn't, and it wound up not working correctly. And it's just like, I saw all of this in slow motion. This was like car crash in slow motion that I saw coming. I'm just like,
I think
it's so maddening that I knew it. Like, I was like, if there's any online feature to be scuffed in the remasters, there's a good chance it's Resonance, and it wasn't tested at all in the network test. So frustrating.
I think the first instance of helping you test something was Dark Souls Remastered network test, where we fought the gargoyles because it was the first time that you could summon in more than two.
More than 2 co-op summons, yeah, to see if the health keeps increasing, and it did. I was so happy about that.
Yeah. I think like PC Gamer or something like embedded my tweet about it of me just spamming the shrug that you get when you use an item that you can't use. Like you try using an item that you can't use.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
And it was like me talking, but I wasn't capturing your audio. Like that was before I realized that I could capture Discord as well or whatever. Or I think I just recorded from PlayStation. That was maybe even before I was streaming.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
So it was just you you doing like you fighting the gargoyles and me and 2 other guys just kind of standing off to the side watching you as you were like testing the numbers and stuff. And it's just like me responding to everyone else on the call, but you can't hear any of their audio because I didn't record it correctly.
That's so funny.
It's very funny.
Something else, I've used the footage in a couple of my videos now, but there's one point where I got invaded by Peverson during the network test, and I had PSN ID set to display rather than character name, so I knew it was him. I thought that's great because we haven't really linked up directly before, but I've known of him, you know, as a PvP streamer for forever. It was actually the second time I've ran into him in person in game, but it was so cool getting the invasion notification, like invaded by Peverson. I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
That's so sick. It's funny, there is like a slight optimization to me putting down my red sign soapstone where if someone summons me right after I, check for the vagrant and stuff, I have a chance to potentially spawn the vagrant again after reloading back in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I reloaded back in after giving items to someone else, and when I was back on the top of the tower.
Yeah, that would count as a reload if you had one.
Yeah, I got a drift item that wasn't there before I got summoned.
Yes, oh yeah, that's
so
sick.
Cool.
That's great.
It's my new speedrun strat.
I know I already shared the story in the Gravelord Black Phantom video, but whatever, I'll share it again on stream just in case anyone hasn't watched that whole video. Very funny early encounter with Peverson. This was like the early days of Dark Souls 1. It was before we had like all of the Gravelord Black Phantom mechanics like completely ironed out and fully understood. But I was like, hey, he was streaming a fight club in the Undead Parish. And I was like, all right, I'm going to stream snipe and I'm going to Gravelord because it'd be funny. I think I didn't even know if P was in New Game Plus or not. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but it's just kind of like there's a bunch of people in chat hanging out in the Undead Parish. So like, I'm not expecting to see anything on stream, but maybe I could see people in chat being like, oh, what the hell, I just got Gravelord. Like, right? Like, I thought that'd be fun. At some point, he just like between matches or whatever, like decides to stop hosting and randomly decides to invade. And so I get the invaded by Peverson notification on my screen. He doesn't know who I am at this point, or that I was trying to stream snipe him and spawn Gravelord Black Phantom. So he invades me, but to make matters even better, someone else coincidentally Gravelords me at the same time. So I have the extra enemies show up in my game because I was in New Game Plus, and I wasn't like I don't know, like I just didn't expect it to happen, I guess. And you let out a certain aura when you're Gravelording, right? There's a very specific black like smoke that emanates from your body when you used an Eye of Death. So he could tell I was Gravelording. He caught me at a bad time where I was like trying to run away from enemies and not die to them. So he's just like laughing at me in front of his stream, being like, "Oh, this Gravelord has got a taste of his own medicine." No idea that I was like attempting to stream snipe them, and the whole thing was just so fucking funny. Like it was just like him and a whole chat kind of like laughing at me while I thought I was going to be the troll. It was like the best karma I could have ever received. Like
that is so good.
Genuinely just such a funny interaction that like made me appreciate Gravelording even more. I'm like, this is so silly. I tried to turn this against someone. It got turned against me. I deserved it.
Extreme Three Stooges energy.
Exactly.
I don't know if this is another drift item or if this is one that I dropped, and that's really funny. Also, I want to give a shout out to someone who just summoned me named Punchinello, which is a great Super Mario RPG reference. And They appear to have a build where they're only punching, which is fitting. And I think they had like the thorn gauntlets or whatever, and were like completely no armor otherwise.
Oh, that's cool. Name in chat said they got a vagrant and they sent it back out. So
Nice.
cool. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and I wish I'm just so bummed. That was such an early like interaction that there was like no stream VOD of it. You know, I mean, obviously this would be gone by now on Twitch, but like even like for in the year 2014 or whatever, like there wouldn't have been a surviving clip of that even. So
Whoa, a red good vagrant spotted in chat.
a red good vagrant. See, so one's been around long enough to have been passed around 20 times now since its initial item bag state.
Yeah, I don't know if I've
That's
ever
cool.
actually seen a red good vagrant outside of randomizer. Although I guess I can't even remember if in enemy randomizer if the good ones even spawn.
In Matt's randomizer, it might only be evil vagrants.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I don't know that for sure, but oh, and another drift item at the bottom of the staircase. That's cool. Like hidden underneath the tower where you were leaving them
Nice.
before. Cool.
Yeah, I've been leaving them there, so that might have been mine. Don't
Cool.
touch it; it's mine.
Yeah, very good sighting, Jizu. If that is the first time you've ever seen a red good vagrant, like congrats, you've seen the rarest thing in Dark Souls.
Nice. Every time I get summoned into someone's world, I try running back to the tower to see if I can spawn in while the vagrant is like there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Yurt, nice. Cool Demon Souls reference.
Yurt is so cool.
That's so cool.
His armor set and voice. Lautrec's cool and all. I do like Lautrec too, but
Yeah, just
Yurt
a
is
wish.com Yurt is what
a little bit.
Lautrec is.
I give him credit for doing really creative things with. Oh yeah, there's a drift item up here as well. So I've seen a bunch of drift. So I'm definitely on track. Like this is reaching the point where it's like, okay, a vagrant feels imminent with the number of drift item bags I've seen. Yeah, like they did more with killing the Firekeeper in the invasion quest line. Like,
Oh,
that's
for
more
sure.
going on
That's
than
so
Yurt.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, like that has more going on than Yurt. But like, oh man, the vibes when you meet your like.
Just Yurt, like how much he does of that is just so cool. I think
Yeah.
Yurt is super cool, but I think Mephistopheles might be like one of the coolest NPCs that FromSoftware's
Yeah, that's
ever
like
done.
that's what that culminates in. Yeah. Are you here to slay the demons? Or like whatever he says. So good. And you're just like, I don't think I should let this guy go. He's very obviously evil. Like even more so. Like Lautrec puts it on thick, but Yurt definitely puts it on. And you're just like, okay, man. Like but his design, his voice acting, his armor set, all of that shit is so good.
So cool.
I appreciate how unique Lautrec's armor is. Like the idea to make an armor set that's hugging him, and have to have lore for that is incredibly cool. But in terms
Yeah.
of like armor set I'd like to wear, Yurt's armor set hands down. It's
Exactly,
just
yeah.
So cool looking.
Yeah, like the goddess Fina is a very cool, just like evocative thing that it doesn't really get super elaborated on in the lore. I'm pretty sure, right?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. There's really nothing. And by the way, I had another drift item underneath the staircase again. So this is like a vagrant. If a vagrant doesn't happen really soon, then I'm reaching the point of like things being unlucky. So, okay. Ow, owie.
I keep seeing like crossbow bolts where the hollow is shooting and thinking it might be a sign of like the vagrant.
Oh, that's funny.
Trying to think of what I think in terms of like Souls lore that is like the least elaborated on. It's I think it's like the Hands of God or whatever in Stonefang that you get. They mentioned like an NPC named like
Big M.
Big M.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, sure, yeah.
Like, I love
the
that.
deity known as Big M. Sure, why not?
Big Miyazaki.
I also love there's a character class in Dark Souls 1 that references like being from the Five Finger Delta, and that location's not referenced anywhere ever again. And I'm just like, yo, what is up with the Five Finger Delta? That's very
Whoa.
evocative. And
Which
like,
game is that in?
Dark Souls 1.
Real?
Yeah,
What?
there's a location called Five Finger Delta, and I forget which class it's associated with, or like face type or something like that. You know, it'll be like.
Oh yeah,
There's
like the Delta Farm. Oh yeah, I guess Delta Farmer is the.
Yeah, Delta Farm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, from the Five Finger Delta. And it's like, yeah, that rules. I love that.
That's so funny. So I'm on top of the roof where you were dropping item bags for at one point, and I was really I just got summoned into someone's world, so I was like, I really hope I can see the Vagrant from up here, even though I'm not in the tower itself.
I like to headcanon. The Great Swamp's got to be near the Five Finger Delta, right? Body of water stuff going on. That's how I feel about it. I feel like
for
it's
sure.
The Five Finger Delta has got to be adjacent to the Great Swamp.
The Five Finger Delta sounds like it would be like a really sick like rap group in the 90s.
Hell yeah. Five Finger Delta is my signature move in bed. That's pretty great. Delta male, someone said.
Yeah, new archetype just dropped.
Yeah. Step aside,
Fastest
Omega
Mario.
male. I'm a Delta male. It means I'm a pyromaniac and I smell bad.
I think this farming spot is pretty nice because I'm very close to the undead merchant who I've already got the glitched weapon with, so I can just easily get more divine blessings and stuff.
Another great question from Benevolent Beaver asking, doesn't the Great Swamp refer to the original Izalith? Probably. Because I always thought it was very interesting that like pyromancers are from the Great Swamp. And then like there's a bunch of pyromancy related stuff in Blighttown, but you're like, Blighttown can't be the Great Swamp. What are they talking about? Like, it's just are swamps the home of pyromancers? Kind of like, is that like a thing? But it's like knowing that Izalith was a swamp earlier in development is kind of like, is that what they were referring to the whole time? The home of pyromancy and like fire magics and stuff like that. I feel like Izalith probably was the great swamp earlier in development, and then now it's just kind of like muddied. But
that's I like that a lot too, because that kind of makes the whole pyromancers like even more tragic, because it's like, okay, well, they started out Izalith being the Great Swamp makes a lot of sense with the Chaos Covenant and stuff. It, getting overwhelmed by demons and lava. So then they're like, okay, well, we need to move somewhere, Oh, there's another swamp that seems perfectly good. Let's go there. And they go to Blighttown, and then with the fair lady, Ingi tries to save Ingi or whatever and gets really sick, and Ingi poisons the entire swamp. So it's just like pyromancers cannot catch a break. Like everywhere they go just ends up like becoming a tragedy.
yes, I do. Hot Pocket Remix said, I think swamps are generally muddied. No, I do think the final design takeaway, though, is Great Swamp is some unseen, distant land or whatever. Yeah, because it's,
yeah.
of course, because you're not, Laurentius isn't from Izalith, like...
True,
like,
yeah.
That's just, yeah. I mean, I'm saying that based on vibes, but like clearly, like come on, like he needs you to be informed of like greater pyromancies. He doesn't really know about Quaylana and all that stuff going on. I'm just like, yeah, no, like that's not someone. That's not someone from Izalith. The Great Swamp is not Izalith in the final
that's
design of the game.
a very good point. Or if it's like the weird like time nature of it all, where so many eons have passed or whatever, because like. I mean, the Chaos Covenant is, like, mentioned in the first cutscene and stuff, so... And it's like, how long ago is that compared to, you know, the current day in Dark Souls?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I feel like talking about lore online isn't as much fun these days, because people are just kind of... Ooh, good Vagrant!
You got one. You beat me to it.
I am so glad I didn't kill it by accident. That would have been a big bummer.
Fingers crossed that
I feel like
this
that's
is going to be just like in the depths where we got one at the same time again.
Yeah, I'm usually like the Herald, because I think that happened in the last spot as well. I saw it, and then shortly after you did.
No Vagrant, and I got headshot to rub it in by the archer. Okay.
That's such a good sound, though.
I love that sound. I was talking about that before. That sound effect for the headshot is so satisfying.
We actually
high pitched. Yeah.
There was recently a new way to wrong warp discovered with a crossbow hollow, specifically the one by the Hellkite Drake.
Okay.
Where you can aggro one of those. It's like a pretty specific setup, but you can aggro one of those hollows just by shooting an arrow near that bonfire, and then you can use homeward, and if you time it correctly, the arrow that he shoots at you while you're in your homeward animation will stun you out of the homeward animation so that you can rest at the bonfire and do the same thing that we do with the, you know, using the spell swap to throw fireball, but it's homeward. And you have enough just to... So it's basically like the only thing that you need in Dark Souls right now to homeward is to wrong warp is a homeward bone. It's just not faster than the setup that we kind of currently have with homeward wrong warp, because it takes a lot less time to just buy all the homeward stuff. So it's not useful in a speed run, but I did think about how if I was doing a randomizer at a marathon and it was getting close to the estimate and I didn't have all of the stuff, but I had the Lord Vessel, I would be able to just do that as the wrong warp instead of needing to find a Pyromancer's Glove, Fireball, and homeward.
The fact that someone like thought about getting like shot to get knocked out of it, like just that's so good. The stuff that people come up with, man, like that.
And when you say people, it is literally like the same two people each time. It's either Kamul or it's either Androv.
That's great. That's so funny.
I think it was Androv who found that one. He also found the way to kill the butterfly with melee. I'm pretty sure. I forget which strat of his he said he had a dream about, and then tested it out and it worked.
Oh,
which sounds made up, but it's also like when you have so much knowledge about a game and you're kind of just thinking about it in passing, you know, it kind of gets into your subconscious and it's like, hey, well, maybe we could do this.
You know what's frustrating? I don't think I've ever had a Dark Souls dream. Well, I mean, obviously you can't say that. I've never had one that
you remember
am aware of. Yeah, like that I remember. So
I don't think I have either. That's why I've never had a world record in this game, because I don't dream about it. That's why I've never discovered any very useful glitches. I think one of the only glitches that I've like ever discovered in Dark Souls or in Soul speedrunning was in Demon's Souls. We kind of clip out of bounds very easily in the Dragon God fight, and then we don't have to break like as many of the pillars and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you just kind of... Oh, wait, a different hollow just closed this door. Funny. I guess all these guys can kind of close the door. But I realized that... and by realized, I mean I just took such bad pathing trying to get out of bounds in that there's like a specific spot that you can get into where you kind of clip through the geometry, and the game doesn't want you to be stuck. And I don't really know how it works. Hey, there's a drift bag here that I didn't leave in the same spot, but...
Nice.
But, you can kind of like clip into it kind of weird, and it just immediately like vacuums you to the ground. So you spend usually you would spend like 2 or 3 seconds falling, but in this it's just like you are down at the bottom of the
I have
thing.
one. I have
Ooh,
one, and I
nice.
haven't even seen it yet because I heard the sound effect. That's so fun. I
Nice.
love when that happens. I heard the weird cricket insect. Again, if anyone has any idea what... Oh, he saw me? Yeah, he saw me. He's gone.
I'm excited to.
That was quick, but yeah, hell yeah.
I always like that
Not
since
too
I don't
surprised that
have
he saw me come up the stairs.
I hear exactly when you see something. I get to just look over at your stream and be like, yes, I'm gonna see it now.
Hell yeah. So we got the good vagrant here. That's cool being tipped off to its presence by the sound effect. So I'm going to pull up the checklist. That is good vagrant tower concluded. Pull up the OBS text list. That is vagrant sightings 6 out of 92. We're going good. We're doing well. Now it's going to be time for the evil vagrants. Although, again, I did the same thing last stream where it's so bright in here naturally during the daytime that I forget to turn on the light in my office, and then it gets dark, and I'm like, oh yeah, you idiot. So I'm going to go turn on my light. Back in a second.
I'm just gonna dupe a couple items here and put my sign down again if anyone wants anything. Sounds like I'm going on like a convenience store run. Like, yo, I'm going to Wawa. I know a number of people in chat might not know what a Wawa is, but going on a Wawa run. Y'all need anything? I'll pick up some divine blessings. I need to try and remember to make like a little tutorial video of how to get the glitched number very easily so everyone can kind of do this themselves if they want to. And then we can kind of just have a series of people leaving their summon sign to give everyone else items.
Okay. So, apologies to Carl. I'm going to get the blood flowing again to kind of like stand up. I'm gonna play the drums for like a minute.
Yo, hell yeah.
You're not gonna hear it through Discord through noise cancellation probably, but I think my stream will hear it. And apologies to the stream. It's probably gonna be like loudly clipping and sound like absolute shit. But I'm going to hit the drums for a minute.
Nice.
And I'll be back.
I can kind of hear the hi-hat. I should just go over and start playing bass. All right, while Illusory's doing that, I muted my Discord. I think he might be finishing up now, but what's up, Darmok? How you doing?
Okay, that's enough of that. Just wanted to hit things.
I said that I should start playing bass while you're doing that. Darmok said band practice.
Hell yeah. Okay. Evil vagrants. Let's see. Evil vagrant. Which one is for? Did I minimize the thing? Wait, what happened? Oh, did I accidentally? Hold on. There we go. Checklist is back. And then Evil Vagrant before first fog. We are repeating the run we were doing earlier. We are going to be going backwards in the level. Okay, let's see.
I'm going to be much easier to kill this time because I did not level up to like level 187 or whatever.
Gotcha.
I love everyone just chilling by the bonfire.
Good news is there's a cliff.
That's true.
We're
I could just easily fall to my death.
Yeah. The location we're going has a convenient cliff, so now we don't have to worry about that. This at least gonna be very easy to die here. Okay, so new routing. We are going for an evil vagrant, and again, to spawn evil vagrants, we have to lose a bloodstain that has 5 humanity in it.
At least, yeah, at least 5 humanity. If you have more,
At least 5 humanity. Yeah, if you have more, it doesn't hurt it, but it also doesn't help it. It's not like better odds or anything. Cool. So we're gonna go die repeatedly, and we want our bloodstain to be basically anywhere before the first fog gate again. We don't have to worry about hiding it because there's no like birthing stage for an evil vagrant, so it's not something someone can pick up and ruin. So we can just die anywhere. But we do want to not die so quickly that our bloodstain winds up on the opposite side of the fog gate, closer to the bonfire, right? Like we don't want it to be closer to that part of the level. We want the bloodstain to be firmly in the beginning part of the level. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like step into this room. This is the room that you have to do the running jump to get into normally. And this is where this evil vagrant spawns. He spawns on the top level of this room. So to actually get on the same level of him, we'd have to go completely like around in the level and do a running jump to that platform.
oh,
But we
like
should be able to see him
up the
from-
ladder and stuff.
Yeah, but we don't have to. We can see him from the bottom level. I don't know if you can see in my stream, Carl, but like, here, I'll give better context here. So it's this room at the very beginning of the level, before the fog gate. The room has nothing in it, but like, yeah, if I stand in the back left corner and look up like at the back right corner, the vagrant would be somewhere in that direction.
Okay, cool.
And I don't think it's possible for him to be so far back that you wouldn't be able to like tell that he's there. So yeah, so basically I'm just gonna keep running off this cliff, and I just got to make sure again that I don't get to this cliff too quickly running out of the previous room, because I want my bloodstain to be somewhere on this side of that fog gate. So
Yeah. So I already died with 99 humanity. I'm doing my my method where, actually, you know what? I think there is a way that you can jump over to the top there without having to fall.
oh, interesting.
I've never done it. I think it's pretty precise, and if it's anything like lower undead berg skip, it's probably going to be difficult on remastered as well. But I'll still go for it, I guess. I feel like you can listen for the vagrant as well. That's such an interesting spot for them to spawn him.
Yeah, it's a weird little nook where I think most people probably don't really ever see it there, because you're not really hanging out in the beginning of Undeadburg for very long. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Karbov, Ski said that they don't have any more humanity.
I
so
can drop
possibly,
humanity. I can drop humanity for whoever.
Yeah, if anyone needs humanity, Carl can drop you a stockpile. Oh, and the boss status doesn't matter for the evil vagrant spawn. Sorry, just seeing that question now. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, if there's a boss alive or not, none of that matters.
Oh, that's funny. I think I lost my twin humanity. I forgot to pick it back up. I'm like so like afraid to pick up items. That's funny.
You're right.
I think-
Yeah, you don't remember if it's like a drift item or not. Yeah.
Or maybe I didn't ever have twin humanity. I don't know. Oh no, you know what? I think I just don't have any twin humanity. So
I
never
saw a
mind.
ghost of someone popping humanity in this very room. So like that's someone
Nice.
helping with the process. It's always fun seeing ghosts that you know are doing the same bullshit that you are. Like, the odds of a player having picked up humanity in Firelink Shrine and just genuinely needing to use one to heal right here seems pretty slim. Like, I mean, sure, it's a hypothetical possibility, but it's probably someone doing the same bullshit we are. Duck Typo in chat asked, favorite you died sound? That is an interesting question. I don't know. That's a blind spot for me. I don't know if I can just like imagine them from other games right now without just like only hearing the Dark Souls one in my head.
Alright, I put down my summon sign. Oh wait, it just disappeared because I had to run back to the bonfire because I do want to check my bottomless box and just see. Okay, I got plenty of humanity in the bottomless box as well, so. But yeah, I'll drop my summon sign. I'll go and try and...
But yeah, if you get really lucky with evil vagrants, this could theoretically happen way faster than the good vagrants. Because again, literally every time a bloodstain is lost, an evil vagrant is spawned for someone. You know, like so.
Yeah.
Someone online is getting these. Could it be someone who's just AFK and not involved with what they're doing, so they hold on to it for 5 minutes before they send it out to someone else? Totally. But yeah, every single time I die here, an evil vagrant is being created for someone.
Well, I just got summoned directly as my sign dissipated. That's so cool. Right, I'm assuming this is the person who needs humanity, so you know what? Enjoy your 90 humanity.
Yeah, Algae's asking if this should be faster. Yeah, and it should. And it panned out that way in the first stream as well, too. If you look at like the timestamps for how long I was working on the different vagrants, the evil vagrants took less time than the good vagrants did in the depths. So that'll be the trend. Not that we won't get like horrendously unlucky with one specific one at some point, but
Of course.
But when we average them out, yeah, we'll see a trend that the good vagrants probably only take half the time. The evil vagrants only take half the time to get, if that.
There's so many
Hey,
blood
Jug-
stains here. It's so funny.
Juggins91 in chat said, I just saw my first ever vagrant. Awesome. That's great.
Nice. Yeah.
that-
Congratulations. Right on.
Congratulations. That's what's so fun about doing this as like a thing with viewer participation, is that people can jump in. And if you don't have the game on PC but still want to just do this on another console or platform, like, it works. It can be a bit harder, but like I said, if it was Return to Origin and I didn't tell anyone I was doing this and I wasn't streaming, after like dropping a stack of like 99 transient curses, like I would start seeing my own drift item bags coming back to me, and I'd eventually get a vagrant. It could take a good amount of work, but so always welcome to participate on other platforms. I would encourage it even if you don't have any on PC.
Yeah, since I'll be dropping more humanity for folks, it might take me a little bit longer just to kind of get into the flow of everything, just because I might need to like dupe stuff a little more frequently.
Oh yeah. That is good. No, yeah, helping out more people to get involved, that definitely will should speed things overall for everyone. This is remastered, Mr. Dead Kill Dude. Yeah, Prepare to Die Edition doesn't have working online by default anymore. Now offline, unfortunately. There's stuff you can do to go online, but I wouldn't recommend that to my audience, just because it's not protected from the RCE vulnerability. I forget if Metal Crow's application, like the current version of PvP Watchdog for the prevents that stuff. I don't know if it's capable of stopping stuff at that level. I should find that out.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm running in the wrong direction again. That muscle memory we were talking about earlier.
Highway hypnosis. Dark Souls highway hypnosis. The crossbow hollow just knocked me out of the animation of using the duped amount of humanity, so it like undid my my cheating. So for everyone in chat, I'm using the brightness dupe, and what that means is I'm able to turn one pop of humanity into 99. I wonder, am I offline? Because I don't see any.
Oh, I just popped an extra 5 humanity without whatever.
Oh no, there's an. I was like, I don't see any bloodstains in here, but I do see a soapstone message. So.
Why drop 5 humanities specifically? Because that's how many are needed to spawn evil vagrants. 4 or fewer won't do it at all, and anything more than 5 does not help in any way.
Yeah.
It won't hurt, but losing a bloodstain with 5 humanity or 99 humanity are both equally likely to create a vagrant, and the result is no different.
Yeah. So for
That vagrant won't be any different.
for my methodology, I'm using like a dupe, and the way it works is I just drop a bunch of humanity. So I have 99, and then I want to keep. I only want to pop one with this dupe, so I go to drop 98, and then when I do the brightness glitch, that allows me to the number 98 is still stored in the game, and I go to use the humanity, and I just hit down, and it gives me the maximum number of what was remembered by the game, which is 98. So I pop it, and 1 turns into 98, and then I kind of just repeat that. So the next time I do it, I'll have 97, and it's just a way of easily turning 1 humanity into like a way higher amount of humanity.
Oh, that's wild. I'm not even doing that. Yeah, I'm just manually using 5.
Yeah,
at
which is
once,
also
of course,
it's definitely
each time,
overkill.
and then just duping the stockpile. Yeah. But yeah. No, that's cool though.
This is what I did for 8 straight hours to give 60,000 humanity to the fair lady. So it's kind of deeply ingrained in my muscle memory.
That's fantastic. That's funny.
I did that on Nintendo Switch as well. So I'm gonna be making a video about that eventually, but
Yeah, that's great. That's so funny.
I do have some footage of fellow speedrunners that I told about it. Like Regal is one of them. I was just in his chat. I was like, "Hey, Regal, you want to hear what I'm doing in Dark Souls right now?" He's like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I tell him that. And he's like,
why?
He's like, "Are you okay, dude? Like, do I need to call someone? Like, why are you doing that?" I was like, "Someone's got to do it." Not true. No one has to do it. I was like,
no one has to do that.
But in my brain, like, I was like, "Yeah, someone's got to do it." I always wondered like how quickly you could max out the number in a covenant, and like had this idea forever, but like the glitches kind of weren't there to make it really feasible until like all of them kind of coalesced in a way where I was like, no, this is feasible in the way that it could take me like 8 hours maybe, but that's not too bad.
You know how she becomes like a little bit more like animated and like slightly more lively when you give her more humanity? Like I feel like
she should just be normal by the end of it.
She should just be normal by the end of it, or like tap dancing or something. Like,
yeah. No, it's even better that I did all of that and it was just like for literally nothing. I remember telling people about that and they're like, "Do you get anything for doing that?" I was like, "No."
No. Pride of showing up at the top of
the Dark Souls the Dark Souls remastered on Nintendo Switch.
The Switch book of the whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. Servant roster.
Yeah, the servant roster. Yeah.
That shit is so funny. At 60K, she gets up and leaves. That's what I'm saying. That's.
She's like, "Thank you. Thank you, Quaylag. I am finally feeling well enough to go somewhere else."
She does have that glitch where sometimes she spawns like a little bit further into the room. I have no idea what causes that or like how to recreate it.
Ooh, I don't think I even knew about that. That's wild.
Yeah, she can just like stick out a little further. It like just be closer to the center of that room, closer to the bonfire, and you're just like, excuse me? Like, I don't think I invented that, because I know that's a thing with the burrowing rockworm by the bonfire before Demon Fire stage, as that one sometimes like pops out kind of weirdly too, but I'm pretty sure it happens to her too. I have no idea. I feel like I've seen it once, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what causes that or why that's happening. No, I didn't. Oops, that's okay. Maybe I have more in my box. We'll see what happens. I accidentally used up all of my humanity, so I have to do... But then I said, you can hook other people up. I can run and kill a single rat to drop a humanity if I really like.
No, that's true. I mean, I'm right by the bonfire. It shouldn't take too long.
You know what? Maybe I will run into you if I... Yeah, just realized I always want to keep at least one so I can do my own dupe glitches on my end, but I accidentally ate the last humanity. But if I have another one in my box, then there's no problem at all. Let me see what I got.
Yeah, I mean, since this is...
Oh, I do. I have a whole stockpile. Yeah,
okay,
it's
cool.
not a problem.
Since this process is a little faster, I'm just I'm not putting down my sign as much, just because by the time I run to that area anyway to check for the vagrant, it will disappear anyway.
We gotcha.
So if anyone in chat needs humanity, let me know, because I will probably not just have my sign down.
I did get someone else in chat actually asking, so.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll put
Here we go.
my sign down right now. I should probably check for a vagrant here. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. It's like I could be having a vagrant in here, but then I pop humanity and teleport. So funny.
Let's see. Okay. Use item.
Does take a little longer to put down the sign just because I need to do my humanity duping and kindle or reverse hollowing. And I did get someone kindled bonfire for me, so I have 11 Estus now.
Nice.
I forget, if you have 20 Estus, does that kindling thing still work? Like, could you have 21?
No, it caps at 20 regardless.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember there was a very funny stream of Dark Souls way back in the day. It was for like a website called like Gamefront, I think. And it was these two guys. It was called like James and Mitch Play Dark Souls or something like that. And it was one guy who knew the game like fairly well. He was like okay at it. And then this other guy who's just really bad at Dark Souls and like just was like a really slow learner and like just really like struggled his way through the entire game. And it was a very entertaining and endearing watch. And at some point during his playthrough, they realized that they were getting more Estus from just like hanging out, you know, because random people were kindling bonfires. So like he left his game on overnight because he was so like looking for any advantage he could get in the game. So he'd just be like, he wouldn't have the right of kindling yet, but he'd be like, okay, cool, I have 20 Estus like for my next session, like because I left the game on. It's like, dear God.
That's so funny.
It's incredibly funny. I don't know if any in chat ever saw that, but I remember having a lot of fun watching that back in the day. No, James and Mitch were their names. Yeah, no, not the Angry Video Game Nerd. I can remember their faces, but let's see. 5 humanity.
Okay, so I'll put down another sign because I think I saw someone else saying that they needed humanity.
Cool. And we talked about this before a bit too, but I really like the idea that, like, again, the mysteriousness of the online mechanics in Dark Souls is that you don't know what's an online thing or not. You know, like, the kindling to get extra Estus, like, yeah, that's an online feature, but a lot of people might be confused because Dark Souls 3 had a non-online, you know, when you get extra Estus in Dark Souls 3, that has nothing to do with network activity, so it's just confusing. And stuff like the soft humanity that you get from killing a bunch of enemies, like, that was easy to mistake for an online feature, understandably. And Dark Souls 1 is unfortunately the odd one out, though, where there's no reward for getting your messages voted on, and that was such a point of confusion for so long. People being like, no, I got extra Estus because, like, my message got voted up, or, like, I got humanity because my message got voted up. And it's like, no. The one game to not do that. And it was confusing. It was confusing back in the day too, because Demon Souls was enough precedent on its own, because you did get your health refill in Demon Souls for getting your message ranked. So Dark Souls 1 not doing it for some reason is just kind of baffling.
Nice. Someone saw an evil vagrant, and also you're welcome. Happy to do it.
Yo, that rules. Yeah, I forget somewhere at some point I tested the kindling, but I don't remember what the results were. So that's kind of frustrating. So I'm like, am I gonna have to like mod Prepare to Die Edition again and dig that out to like really test exactly? Because I don't remember all the details, right? It was like I think the common wisdom is correct that it's someone kindling the same bonfire you last arrested at. Right, so like if I went to the depths but didn't sit at that bonfire, and someone else there I was connected to kindles that bonfire, I don't think you get the Estus charge. So it's not just you being near it. I do think you had to have rested at it specifically. I think, but I wonder if Hot Pocket is able to like see event code that clarifies exactly what's going on. I don't remember all the details, but I'm pretty sure that was correct. But I couldn't remember if it was like, let's say I just rested at the Depths bonfire, then I warped to Anne Orlando, somewhere that's totally far away and not like related at all, and then you kindle the Depths. Does the charge still fly all the way to me at Anne Orlando? Like, I don't remember the outcome of that, unfortunately.
Looks like someone else saw an evil vagrant in Undead Parish, which isn't the ones that we're doing right now, but very cool.
Sick. Awesome. And you got one that dropped down. Okay, it's coming along, I believe. Oh, and I just see it was Dark Lord thinking you. I don't know if Dark Lord saw the Vagrant or just met you to get summoned for items, but welcome back, Dark Lord. I'm hoping the Vagrant is in sight from down here. It should be. I know someone said it dropped down, but
I feel like you would be able to hear it at least.
I think I'd be able to hear it probably. Just because I have Slumbering Dragon Crest on, so like it's not gonna, if it doesn't see me or hear me, like it's just gonna stay put up there instead of trying to walk down here. But no, I can see barrels like that are lining the wall. I would see a Vagrant sticking out. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Hot Pocket says like the kindling stuff is handled entirely by the EXE as far as they know, so it's not something they can look at without decompiling. Yeah, it's like a layer more obscured.
Interesting.
That makes sense too, because I don't think there was there's like the FRPG net menu in debug where like all the network stuff is. I don't think kindling has its own menu. You know, it's not like a system where it's like keeping track of like how these things get transmitted across the network. It's more like the bell ringing, I think, where it just does it and you have no way of like directly observing in debug that it's happening. It's not like, oh, I see a network, like I see like a menu labeled like bell ringing and then I see something show up and then the sound happens. It's like, no, it just happens instantly and there's no at least debug itself doesn't have like any way to like display that information, I don't think. Ooh, it is raining now, which is very welcome. Hopefully that'll drop the temperature. Actually, I'm going to check windows in a moment here, because I don't know if any were left open.
That's smart. I thought you meant check windows for the EXE.
You should check windows. I'm going to... BRB. I'm going to take a look around my house, see if I got any windows open that I should be concerned about.
Yo, nice Dark Lord Disco. Got the Vagrant and warped out. Nice. I think the last time I saw an evil Vagrant, I was like, I let it kill me. Seemed fitting. It kills me and creates another one, you know? It is very counterintuitive to get back to your bloodstain and not actually grab it. Yeah, I can drop more humanities for you, Dimitri. Give me 1 second. Yeah, and for next time, I will try my best to get an easy to follow tutorial on YouTube for how to get the glitched number. Also, Mel Dark Souls 1 still has things to do. That's definitely my experience with it as well. See if there's any Windows 11 updates.
I'm back and everything is good.
Nice.
How is my own stream like so far behind in time that it's not? Where did that happen? There we go.
Okay, so I'm putting my sign down again.
But yeah, one day I should double check the specific workings of the Estus by kindling, just get that ironed out. But that would be like the shortest Dark Souls dissected ever. That would be like a. I'd really have to go out of my way to look for like a thesis if I wanted to drag it out, being like, online features in this game are awesome. You know, like I don't like what I would say if I was just explaining how it worked. Don't get me wrong, I'm good at like I don't draw things out for the sake of it, but I really try to make subjects really easy to understand. So I provide a lot of examples and blah blah blah. Like if I want a really concise explanation of a topic, I would just write a wiki page instead of making a video at all in the first place. But like even a topic for like Estus by kindling, to just say what it does and how it works, like I can't see any reason that would be longer than a 5-minute video. Like what would I talk about? What would I, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it could totally fit into a short, too. I'm not looking. I would have to retrace my steps for getting not only internet working with Prepare to Die Edition again, but with the debug version specifically. It was kind of like, I hope I took notes. I don't remember if I took notes the last time I did that. Yeah, because it was a whole process. It had something to do with like telling Steam that Prepare to Die Edition is actually a game called Space War or whatever.
Yep. That's the
go-to. Yeah.
That's how we do. That's how we get speedrun stuff going.
Yes. Okay. But one of the problems with that is in the process of doing. Well, I remember when I did it before, is it made Steam not recognize like any of my controllers.
Yeah, so you just have to change the controller of Space War.
Okay.
So okay. I can kind of show you how to do that. So.
All right, sweet. Yeah, no, we'll definitely look into that again at some point. Yeah, because I remember being like stuck on that step for a while, being like, I can't use any controllers, and someone's like, can you put it with the mouse and keyboard for a little bit? And it's like, no, because it literally.
No, because it's Prepare to Die Edition. But
well,
also probably
debug.
wouldn't even have that. Yeah.
Because it's debug, and you literally can't do anything in debug with mouse and keyboard. So it's just like you can't bring up.
Yeah.
You need a controller like to interface with it. So it's just like, yep.
Yeah, there's a good YouTube video on that as well. By Ayame or Addy the Hedgehog. I can't remember what their handle is now. At one point it was one and the other, but I can send you that video because I need to actually review that as well to get stuff prepared. Okay, I thought I saw something up there, but.
Oh, Dark Lord says that he just saw a phantom of my hollow pop humanity and go over the edge. That rules. I see another character running around in here doing the same. It looks like. Algie, I forgot about that. You didn't have a gamepad the first time you helped me, so you had to use a steering wheel controller. I forgot about that. That's so funny.
It's so
that
good.
is cursed. That is so cursed.
I really wish that they would put Prepare to Die edition back on Steam.
Yeah, it's like,
It's so wild that it's not.
especially because it's offline by default now. Like,
I see him.
they just make
Yeah.
it for free if you own the remaster.
Yeah, there's
what do
like
you-
so.
if there's no-
I
'cause
would
you're
would pay
literally
for
not
it. I'd
selling
pay
that
full
anymore.
price for it. Like literally.
That's
would
the
put-
thing. Yeah.
I see the Vagrant. I can see him just through the door without even needing to. He sees me.
Oh, that's sick. Awesome. Okay, cool.
I hope he doesn't fall to his death coming over to me. I'm gonna let him kill me.
Oh yeah, if he like jumps off a cliff, that'll totally happen at some point during this run. Too. There will be an accidental vagrant death.
And like, if that happens,
somewhere
does
in the
that mean it puts you on that cooldown or?
it puts you on that cooldown. Yeah, to
That
figure how the vagrant died.
stinks.
Yeah. So
There he is.
yeah, because there are some that are on in curious places.
Yeah. Nice. So surely
Like the
this one
Crystal
will
Gate.
you'll find this one soon. Maybe you'll see a red one.
That would be cool. Yeah, we haven't got any red ones yet in the run. Let's see.
It's just crazy. And so there's kind of
yet.
a joke amongst the Dark Souls 1 speedrunners where the reason that Bandai or From Software, whoever like made the decision to not have it be listed on Steam was because they didn't want to confuse their fan base and have them buy the wrong version. And if you're
Right.
thinking about it and you're like, okay, but Dark Souls 2 vanilla still exists on there, and Dark Souls
Yeah,
Scholar
then
the first thing, they both do. And it's like, yeah, but Dark Souls 1 players are way dumber than Dark Souls 2 players.
Yeah, I feel like just rename it too, so it could be like, call it like delisted / offline in the title or something like that.
Yeah,
like
I
in
feel like there's definitely
you could-
something.
there's something you could like do to prominently raise attention to the fact that like this is not the main version you're supposed to have. But I don't know. Honestly, sell both of them for full price. But if you own one, it gives you a license to the other.
Yeah, something.
I think. Oh, this bloodstain I dropped in the wrong place, but like whatever. There'll be one vagrant to later in the level. That's okay.
Just practice for the next one.
I
like I
died
got
too quickly. And... Oh yeah, so someone in chat was asking Carl. So you were saying that before you even went down through the building, actually through the other side of where the fog gate is, you saw him across the way, like from the window
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
broken walkway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because someone was asking if it doesn't render from there because of the draw groups. I couldn't remember the answer, but yeah, no. So you can't see him from across the way. Good to know. That's way more convenient.
So I don't know if it was just because he kind of heard me fighting some of the hollows and heard one of their like swords or something, but because I forget how does slumbering work? Is it all noise?
Yeah, all noise is gone completely. So if you're wearing it, they won't react to sounds at all. They're incapable because you're literally generating none, no matter what you do.
Cool. And
Combat, swords clinking into walls, like everything
But
you do is silent.
But so if an enemy is fighting you though and their sword clanks, would they hear that?
No, because they don't really care about sounds unless you're generating them.
Ah, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, then
Yeah.
I was able to see him even without. So unless he was on like a weird patrol or something, I feel like that should be the
Perfect.
the
Yeah.
standard
No,
standard
yeah.
behavior, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think we should see him from across the way. That sounds right from where I remember him being. Like, he's kind of just up there somewhere. So that being directly across from the doorway isn't too big of a surprise. I just wasn't I couldn't remember clearly if you could see him from across the way or not.
Yeah, nice. Nice, spicy fellow. Spicy fellow getting the vagrant.
I don't know why I was gonna homeward like that was gonna help. It's not. I gotta lose bloodstains. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. I always do think the same. Too homeward pilled. Nice, you can just see him chilling on the
was
outside.
the word I was. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say depreciated is the word I was looking for. Just call it like Dark Souls 1 depreciated in like brackets, and people can read the item description, and they could clarify that it's a legacy, offline version of the original version of the game. Like,
yeah, just need to like wonder exactly like what the actual reasoning was, you know? Because I feel like just saying that is like a business way of saying like no, there's. Because I mean, I know that everything on Steam is it's pretty expensive to like list something, you know. Like anyone who buys it, there's like
Right.
I think like a 30% that Steam takes or something, or 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, nice. Someone in my chat is saying they got the Vagrant, and it is visible even if the spawning position from across the walkway. Nice.
Awesome. Excellent.
I keep trying to get the cool jump over to that room because it's something that's doable, but I've never done it. And normally I don't feel like practicing that, but since I'm kind of running over here anyway to check, it's...
Oh yeah, might as well try to jump every time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snaggle Sucks, we are playing on PC. But you're welcome to follow the methodology as well on whatever platform you have to send some vagrants to players there.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Mitch is in need of some humanities. Let me go ahead and get that all taken care of.
Deprecated and depreciated. That's right. How often do you think someone with 5 humanity would die in the small area too? Yeah, probably not super common because it's early enough in the game that you haven't stockpiled a bunch of humanity. I think this is a fairly rare place to see a vagrant.
It was probably more common when it was a bit more of a like a hotspot for PvP, I would imagine. Because just dark wraiths, like accumulating a bunch of humanity from just killing.
True. I still feel like most PvP winds up on this side of the fog gate, though. You know, like on the other side of. So it could happen, but still doesn't seem super likely. I actually don't know exactly how it's zoned. I'm assuming being on the other side of this fog gate immediately is just corresponds to the rest of the level where the other evil vagrant is attached to. But maybe it's somewhere else in the level. I don't know. I've only ever seen this vagrant by forcing it into existence by what I'm doing right now, but no luck yet. Bloodstain wound up in the wrong spot, but again, if that corresponds to the other location, we're just getting. Hey, wait! What? Hold up. I heard it, but I don't see it, which can only mean I got the other good vagrant again, the one on this side of the level. Let me go take a look for him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I heard that chirp. That weird insect-like chirp. It sounds like an insect rubbing its wings together. Like it has to be that.
Like a cicada or something?
Something like that. It's the red one. I got a Black Phantom good vagrant.
No,
Yo, let's fucking
sick.
go. All right. That is exciting. How close can I get without him seeing me? I'm gonna turn the volume up again so we can hear those lovely Vagrant sound effects. I love that so much. I want to know what that's a sound effect of. They didn't take the time to invent
create
that
that,
from
yeah.
scratch. They went to a sample library. That is some real world insect, but I don't know what insect it is. I gotta. I should like post that to some insect like subreddit somewhere, being like, "Hey, this is a sound from a video game. What is it?
Does anyone
actually
know
from,
what it
you know?"
actually is? Yeah.
Yeah, because this has to be a bug.
No, it's actually a feature.
Yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature. I'm so thrilled about that. It's not surprising that hanging around long enough, the ones that we were creating earlier have now passed around enough to start looking like this. That is so cool. Ah, he saw me. He's gonna go.
Oh, you know, it would be really cool if that was one of the divine blessings that I spawned in.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, time to go. Well, it doesn't matter where I die, I don't think. But I'll go around anyways. Notification sound for super chats. That's a good call. Maybe the good Vagrant teleporting away. All right, let's try this again. Oh, sound effects are really loud. Maybe.
I should also.
Back down.
I was like, yeah, let me turn up my sound effects as well. And then I was like, wait, then every time I kill something, it will be extremely loud.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's proof that I wasn't lying earlier when I said that. Even though as rare as it is to see Vagrants, I've self-spawned them so much that I'm acutely aware of like subtle giveaways for them, because I briefly heard that single chirp, but didn't see the evil Vagrant cross the way, so I immediately knew like there is one around, but it's not the evil one. Oh, okay. Alright, come on, evil Vagrant.
Come on, Lobster.
Yeah, it's just like when you hear an evil Vagrant shooting at you, and that's how you know it's there. Like, you haven't even seen it yet, but you hear that shotgun blast of the projectile, and it's like, oh, there it is.
That is what you can use to terrify a Dark Souls randomizer. Use what you get, speedrunner.
Right.
Or I guess challenge runner. It's not really a speedrun.
Right, yeah.
'Cause those guys are real rough.
Oh yeah, and a randomizer, you're not expecting them coming, they just start shooting at you. Not great.
It's like them with like an Ulasil sorceress, and
No, no.
you're just like, oh, this is the end of the run, guys. It's interesting that it's physical, though.
It's impossible to miss it when it's there. That's great. I couldn't remember how like hidden in the corner it was. That's great. I'm happy about that.
So many bloodstains here. I know, I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, tons of bloodstains here. I wish you could start a bloodstain animation while another was going. Like,
Yeah, just see all of them.
yeah. If you cap like 3 at a time, that would be very understandable. Yeah, people popping humanity and jumping off the cliff. Like, this is great. There's That's fun.
So,
I gotta give that credit to Scholar for the First Sin too, for adding the blood pool mechanic that no other Souls game has done since. Are you familiar with that, Carl?
I think so, yeah. I think I've heard of it.
Pool of blood. Pool of blood is when there's a bunch of bloodstains close to each other, and interacting with the pool of blood activates the animations for all of them simultaneously. It is so
that's
fucking
so
fun.
good. Is that only Scholar? That's not in vanilla?
It's not in vanilla. I'm pretty sure it's not in vanilla.
I wonder if I saw it when we were testing stuff in Scholar.
It's like they're cooking with that feature.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
It's so funny. I'm just like, I like that sort of outside the box thinking. Like, what else can we add to these online features? Like, a multi-blood stain?
So good.
So good.
Where did he come from? How did he get up there? I just got like drop attacked by a hollow, and it looks like he's in like off to the left when you're like walking towards to where the vagrant is. There's like
Weird.
there's like a bunch of boxes and stuff that doesn't look accessible at all. I wonder if there's any collision there. It's like a shelf that just has a bunch of stuff, but there's no way to get up there.
Weird. Come on, vagrants.
Come on, Lobsty.
By the way, the good vagrant spot is totally in range of Wrath of Gods on the surface level, right? I'm not sure about that. That's why I kind of, when I was like killing enemies above, I kind of like would be a little bit at an angle because I wasn't sure. I have the feeling it probably wouldn't reach, but I'm not so sure about that.
Yo, nice, you got the
You did good.
red one, Dark Lord. Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. Unfortunately, Mr. Rogers, there's no crossplay. I really, really wish there was. I mean, you make a good argument against allowing crossplay with PC. Sorry, PC.
Yeah, no, it's
you know,
true.
but like, there's no reason the consoles shouldn't be crossplay. Like, come on. I'm just gonna get hit out of it. I don't know why I'm. Okay, there we go.
I just saw a player
Vagrants are-
ghost just jump off.
Hell yeah.
Like not even a bloodstain, just like a player.
Oh, just yeah, dying in real time. Well, not real time either, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Stargazer said vagrants are the only crustacean I respect. Damn. Hey, I guess crustaceans have to have some hater.
Someone in my chat earlier was saying that they're doing an Elden Ring challenge run, and they have like the phobia of like crustaceans and stuff.
Ah, okay, so that's fair. That's a fair reason to be repulsed by them. Isn't crossplay kind of a hard thing to implement? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, like I'm not a networking or guy or programmer, so I can't really speak to that. But that wouldn't surprise me if there's technical challenges.
Yeah, I remember back in the day there was hope that Nintendo Switch was gonna like partner up with like Xbox in order to utilize Xbox Live, because Nintendo netcode is not great.
Yeah, that would have been cool, and then also that could have given them some sort of like muscle to like compete with, because in the same way that like Microsoft doesn't really directly Nintendo like has their own niche to an extent. Yeah, that would have been a good partnership for them.
That was like the big theory for a while of what was gonna happen, and then it just never did.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't remember any of that discourse, but also I never owned like any Xbox consoles, so I'm not surprised that I wasn't like tapped into that.
I bought an Xbox One because my brother and I were gonna play some games together, and I got it and I was just like, I just deeply dislike this console. Ooh, I got another one. I got another one.
Pretty much the only Xbox I've played is like Dark Lord Disco's Xboxes. Fond memories of playing Halo
Nice.
on that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had an Xbox 360 and I played a ton of Halo, but I'm gonna run over and be in the room with the Hollow, or with the Vagrant.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying desperately to get this guy. Let's go. I did homeward instead of jumping off last run. I was like, I still have the humanity. So,
Classic. It does not. Letting it time out does not, or letting it like kill you or go away. As long as you don't like kill it.
yes, as long as it doesn't die, then you're good. It just gets sent off to someone else, and your cooldown won't have been triggered. So.
I like on my screen right now I have the Vagrant attacking me and it looks very similar to your PNG tuber model.
That's great. Yeah, Zuli nailed it.
It's so good.
For the core, she made it look a little bit more cosmic, which I think was a very good way to go. Because the actual core of it on the actual model is like a really disgusting, indiscernible mass.
Yeah.
That's supposed to represent humanity, I think, but it's like a black, gunky, ugly, disgusting texture that's just like incomprehensible. Like there's no, it's very unreadable. So to have a more like spiral galaxy look in the center is like works a lot better for like a character.
I will get a clip of you saying all of that while I have a really good shot of it on the model of it.
Oh, that's great.
Walking
That's
away
funny.
from me after it killed me.
Yeah, it's also a 2D. Its core is a 2D texture that always faces you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, if you try like rotating the camera around, it's like it's always facing you.
I love stuff like that. That was like in Smash Brothers, like the original Smash Brothers, where like all of the items were just 2D textures. So when you paused the game and like tried looking at them, it like looked really bad.
Hey, oh, I got it. He's finally here.
Nice.
All right, let me pull out the binoculars. Dude, I never got the binoculars on this character. I should get them. I do have a bow though, so that's fine. For now. There he is. One regular evil vagrant.
Nice.
Someone's attacking me. Oh, the guy below. That vagrant shouldn't see me messing around out here. Get rid of these enemies. Yeah, I also think I'm gonna try running and jumping to that vagrant so I can get a closer look at him.
Yeah, highly recommended.
Let's go do that.
I keep getting very close to getting this jump.
So in chat said again, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm pretty sure I said that at my one MagFest run.
Yeah.
When
you said it in our last stream as well.
Yeah. But I think I did that when fighting like Ornstein and Smo or something.
It's great.
I feel like I'm getting so close to getting this jump.
Dude was a complete piece of shit, but I often think of George Bush's watch this drive
drive. Yeah.
It is incredibly funny. It is an objectively funny given the context of like trying to talk about something so serious and then like now watch this drive.
It's kind of baffling that it's
so pathetic.
real.
It's baffling that it's fucking real. Yeah. It's so straight out of The Simpsons or something. It's like, huh? This is real life? What the fuck? Ooh, I got close to the vagrant and he didn't see me, so very lucky outcome there. So now I get to take a close look. Yeah, see the core, if you compare it to my avatar, Zuli came up with a much more expressive and readable galaxy core, but it's actually this weird lumpy black gray thing. They spawn by lost humanity and they exclusively drop humanity. Good vagrants, when you kill them, drop a variety of items, but they also only drop humanity. So it's definitely some humanity related monster, you know. And that is a 2D texture, which I don't know how well I'll be able to show off because he's going to see me now that as I get closer, but let's try.
I'm seeing double. 4 vagrants.
4 vagrants. Yeah. Yeah, see, it's just rotating with the camera. There's no, you can't get a different angle of its core. I think I'm just going to warp away from him to get. It's going to take forever for him to kill me, and I don't want him to like somehow die by accident.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Let's see if I can get him to start doing ranged attacks. You want to start doing ranged attacks? Here. It's hard to get the distance for a ranged attack from this guy. Let's see. Let's see.
Rare animation, this one specifically, doing the ranged attack.
Oh, he de-aggroed already? He gave up that easily? What was that all about? He shouldn't.
He's just chilling.
I don't think he has a low sight target for get time value. I know I'm wearing the Ring of Fog, but I don't think he should have given up that quickly. Maybe he does. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. That was very strange. And he's off. Cool.
There he
I'm going to
goes.
go check him off and update all the information. So this is Evil before first fog gate. We got him, and then update my master count. It is 7 out of 92. It is happening.
It is happening.
I'm going to keep saying it's happening every single time, but it is happening. It's very self-evident that it's happening, but...
Cool. I'm going to
still
call it
excited about
there, but that was
Okay.
very cool and productive.
Thanks so much for hopping on to help, Carl. I
course.
am going to continue and try to get the last evil vagrant of the Undead Burg, at least. So,
Nice. Cool.
this might slow down without your help, but we will see what happens. We will give it a go.
Yeah, maybe it'll go faster.
Maybe it'll go faster. I'll say, oh, what was Carl even doing besides helping literally everyone?
Giving everyone as many items as possible.
Thanks so much for hanging out, man.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Catch you next time.
All right. Gonna call it there. I don't know if I don't even know if I have anyone watching right now. I got a decent amount of viewers. Let's see who is streaming. Maybe I can throw a raid over to someone. Thanks for watching, everyone. Again, these streams are a little less chat heavy with my chat. I'm usually busy, talking to his chat. Blanks is doing Resident Evil 4. But no, I appreciate everyone hanging out and watching. Let's throw it over to Link to the Past. Airbagged. Very good dude. Doing some Marathon, a game that I would like to play sometime, but yeah, have a good night, everyone. I will catch you next time. I think this week's going to be a little tricky to stream, I think, because we got pet stuff going on and got to get ready for PAX, so I might not stream too much this week, but after PAX, I will probably be back at it to some capacity. But yeah, go say what's up to Airbagged, and wish him luck in Marathon. I haven't played any Marathon, but it seems interesting to me. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.